Yeah, it's a UFC 282 watch along. Let's do it. Start. Yeah, what's happening? We are live.
I lost you, Dave. I don't hear you no more.
Here. You hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go. What happened? I don't know. We are live. We're ready. I'm amped up, Fred. I'm excited. I think I'm too excited.
Good.
We got Anyat Tonio, who says, if this is live, I will send $100 later. Well, this is live, so I'm expecting that $100 from you a little bit later, Anyat.
Maybe he's talking about something else, though.
No, he's talking about this. He's talking about this show. It is the UFC 282 watch-along, Fred. Don't worry about it. We're excited for Jan Blachowicz and Magomed Ankalaev in the main event. Shout out to everybody tuning in live. We've got a lot of fights here over the next few hours from the UFC live on pay-per-view. We're going to break down all the action. We've got Bryce Mitchell against Ilia Topuria coming up first. Then Darren Till takes on Dricus du Plessis. Santiago Ponzanibio faces Alex Morono. Paddy the Baddy goes one-on-one with Jared Gordon. And Jan Blachowicz in the main event for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship against Magomed Ankalaev. So a big pay-per-view coming up here tonight from Las Vegas, the last pay-per-view from the UFC this year. It's been a pretty good year for the UFC. It's been a pretty entertaining year as far as pay-per-views. They've kept us awake, Fred. They've kept us awake and excited past our bedtimes on Saturday night, so that's been good. I have been enjoying the UFC action, and I'm pumped for another one because every time the UFC brings a pay-per-view, we see some tremendous fights, we see some surprising outcomes, and we see some amazing finishes. So I'm looking forward to it. We've already seen some amazing finishes tonight. Great prelims.
Yeah, the whole year has been incredible, and I think there's another event next week, and then it's done for the year.
Yeah.
2022 has been great.
Yeah, one more fight card next week. It'll be Cannonier versus Strickland. We are hoping to get our man AJ on the show tonight.
Where you at, AJ? We need you.
This is weird that he's not here, right? It's kind of weird. AJ's always here. AJ's not here tonight. I don't know where he is. Well, we know where he is. He's at a party of some sort that we weren't invited to, Fred. Thanks a lot, AJ. Right? Doesn't invite us to this party.
Would you have went?
Yeah. Amazing. Anyways, AJ might show up a little later on the show tonight. We'll see what kind of state he's in after this party, right? We'll see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right? Who knows?
He's going to come with a crazy story.
Yeah, he always has a crazy story. And that's why we love AJ, so hopefully we'll have AJ on the show a little bit later on. Shout out to Jason Pete renewing his membership. Don't forget to join.
What is this, man? The UFC's doing parlays like we do? It's like underdog parlay.
Are they doing that?
Sponsored by DraftKings. Look, man, 100. They're giving you a parlay. Blachowicz, Gordon, Mitchell. You put 100, gives you 2,600.
Wow,
that's what they're putting on the screen.
Look at that.
I'll play the role of AJ, man. Yo, they're stealing our shit, man. Dave, man. Look, man, they're taking our ideas, Dave.
Yeah, it's true. We always do a parlay every Thursday night at 8 p.m. on Ringside Report MMA. We're always doing the parlays here on the show, and they're doing it too. UFC's ripping us off again. We always have the best ideas in MMA. And, of course, everybody's watching. Shout out to Uncle Dana. We love him. We love Dana White here on the show, of course. Who doesn't? Shout out to Jason Pete for renewing the membership. Join.ringsidereport.net if you have not joined already. Thank you for all the members supporting the Ringside Report Network, helping us pay for these pay-per-views every month from the UFC and all the other stuff that we have to pay for. All the lights. See the Christmas lights we have here? Those aren't free. See the Christmas lights, Fred? Pretty good. Nice. As he vapes away. Enjoy yourself. Fred's nursing an injury. It's medicinal. We got Darren Till coming up. Big fight for Darren Till. First fight here on the card, we got Bryce Mitchell and Ilia Topuria. And I think we can get to... Yeah, here we go. So Mitchell and Topuria both undefeated coming into this fight. And...
Well, Mitchell's 15-1. I don't know, man. It's the...
Oh, he's 15-0.
Depending where you look, I think he has a loss.
I don't think he has a loss.
I'm telling you, man. Google his name, man. He's 15-1, it says.
Not as a professional. What are you talking about? He's saying it's 15-0 everywhere I see. Except on our screen it says 12-0, but we're wrong here. I'm seeing 12-0 on our tail of the tape, but it should say 15-0. Topuria is 12-0.
If you just Google his name, and the Google result will give you will give you Bryce Mitchell's recent fights, and they have him at 15-1. And I'm telling you, let me go see Sherdog. What does Sherdog have? Sherdog has him at 15-0. Some places have him at 15-1. I'm not sure of that one because I saw it also pass on Facebook. People were going, is he 15-0 or is he 15-1?
Well, Wikipedia has him as 15-0. And
on Tapology, they say he lost in 2018 to Brad Katona.
Yeah, but that is not a professional loss because it was on The Ultimate Fighter.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't count.
Okay.
He has not lost a professional fight. Those Ultimate Fighter fights don't technically count.
ESPN has him at 15-1 also. Let me see what's his loss on ESPN. Same thing, Brad Katona. Okay, yeah, so that's what
Ultimate
it is.
Fighter. Doesn't count on your pro record. I don't know why.
It should.
Well, I don't know. A lot of those fights are 2 rounds.
Should still count.
2-round fights? I don't know. You lose 2 rounds. If you lose 2 rounds by decision, I don't know if that should count as a loss on your pro record. It's not a pro fight. Pro fights are 3 rounds. I'm not, whatever. It doesn't really matter, Fred. I mean, whether it's a pro fight or not. I mean, we have seen him lose. I think the important part is he has lost, right? To a Canadian.
Yeah, exactly. You can't claim he's undefeated.
No. He tapped. He got rear naked choked by Brad Katona on The Ultimate Fighter. But it's The Ultimate Fighter. It's a different... Whoa, what's going on?
What's going on, Dave?
I don't know. That wasn't me.
Want to get us booted?
No, that wasn't me. I don't know what happened. That's the team. But we've seen him lose. You know, we've seen Mitchell lose on TV. But it's a different circumstance in The Ultimate Fighter. You're in a house with the guys that you're fighting. It's weird. It's not like a normal fight. It's a little different. This is a big fight, though. Mitchell and Topuria. Topuria hits like a truck. Is he going to be able to knock Mitchell out? And is Mitchell going to be able to impose his will and just wrestle him and beat him up and continue to use top wrestling and just smother the guy for 3 rounds or less? Here comes Topuria walking out. Shout out to Doug Hepburn, member of the team, over at donate.ringsidereport.net. He says, hey, guys, I know I've already left comments about UFC being banned in Ontario. Can't tell how pissed off we are. I could probably find alternative ways, but I'm like AJ with tech. So he's having trouble putting bets on the UFC because they're not allowing betting on UFC fights in Ontario anymore because of the whole James Krause controversy. Which sucks, right? I would tell him to go to bet99.com and use the promo code Ringside, but I guess he can't. And he also congratulates me on France. I just need the Niners tomorrow for his parlay. Oh, he had a 49ers and France parlay. I hope the Niners win tomorrow for you, Doug. France did win today. I was very excited to see them win. Obviously, I'm still excited. We're still in celebration mode.
I mean,
we're still pumped.
The Niners are starting Mr. Irrelevant at quarterback tomorrow. So,
who's that?
Do you know who Mr. Irrelevant is every year?
I know what the island of relevancy is, and I know that the tribal chief stands alone on the island of relevancy.
In football, when there's the draft, the last guy to be drafted, basically the last draft pick of the 7th round, is always called Mr. Irrelevant for whatever reason.
Okay.
So that's who's starting for the Niners tomorrow.
What's his name?
I don't know. He's Mr. Irrelevant.
He doesn't know. It doesn't matter what his name is.
It doesn't matter. Jimmy G got hurt. He broke his foot or something.
Jimmy G?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh.
He's the real Jimmy G.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about that other guy. I was like, what?
No.
Who? Why are we talking about that guy? Bryce Mitchell's coming out. Here comes Bryce Mitchell, Thug Nasty. I like this guy's style. I really like this guy.
Thug Nasty? Yeah, I love Bryce Mitchell, man.
He's got a fun fighting style.
Talked against COVID lockdowns early on.
Yeah, I don't care about all that. The earth is
flat. I love this guy.
He just seems like a fun guy, but all that other stuff, like, I'm not interested in talking politics with him. That's his business. Does he think the earth is flat? Album? Is that real? Does he really think the earth is flat? Has he said that?
I'm telling you, man.
Huh.
I'm telling you, he challenged Joe Rogan to a debate, man. Google it. Google Bryce Mitchell, Joe Rogan. You'll read all about it.
But, like, it's pretty easy to prove that it's not flat, right?
I don't know.
Do you have questions about the roundness of planet Earth, Fred?
No. When it comes to that conspiracy theory, my position is basically I think it's round. I hope it is. Because, I mean, if they lied to us to that point, man, that's pretty fucked up. But, I mean, my government has lied to me so much, man.
Sure. I can send you some videos.
But I think it's round.
Where they prove scientifically that it's real, and it's pretty convincing that it's actually round. The horizon and such. I don't know. I'm not a scientist exactly, but I've definitely seen it proven and been like, yeah, that seems about right. I've never questioned it, but I have seen it proven and thought, yeah, I believe that. Never seemed to be something that you had to question. I don't know. That was a new one. Here comes Bryce Mitchell and Ilia Topuria. It's a big fight here. UFC 282 is the opening fight on the pay-per-view. A fight card so far that has not seen a decision. Every single fight at UFC 282 on the prelims has ended by knockout or submission. Cameron Simon over Steven Kozlov by knockout in the first fight in the third round. TJ Brown, a teammate of Bryce Mitchell's, got a submission win with an arm triangle in the third round of his fight. Billy Quarantillo over Alex Hernandez by TKO in the second round. Chris Curtis with an underdog win that I called for you on Thursday night, by the way, over Joaquin Buckley in the second round, knockout. Edmund Shabazian with a TKO over Dalcha Lunjambula, second round knockout, TKO. Jairzinho smothering Chris Daukaus in 23 seconds to knock him out. And Raul Rosas Jr., the youngest fighter ever in the UFC and now the youngest fighter to get a win in the UFC, just 18 years old, on the last prelim of the night, beating Jay Perrin by rear naked choke in the very first round. Tremendous prelim so far. Every fight has finished. And now we got Mitchell and Topuria being introduced by Bruce Buffer. That Jairzinho fight was nuts, Fred. I know you missed it. It was, I mean, if you left the room for a second, you missed it. It was 23 seconds. Jairzinho was all over Dawkins.
It was the pre-smoke ritual.
Yeah. I'm with
marijuana time.
Yeah. All right, so we've got Mitchell and Topuria about to start. And we both have Mitchell winning here. Mitchell is the underdog. It's Mitchell and Topuria right now. Mitchell coming on strong, throwing some big kicks. Oh, man, Topuria with a calf kick that, like that, buckled Mitchell. Topuria's got big power. But Mitchell's going right at him. Shot a takedown, Topuria defended. Whoa. Mitchell and Topuria in the center of the cage, trying to find each other with some punches. Whoa, Topuria just landed a nice jab. Topuria's got big power. But Mitchell is, like, he's durable. I don't know if Topuria is going to be able to knock him out. And Topuria's last fight, he got hit and he got dropped. But he recovered really well. He's tough, but I think he can be hurt.
I feel this is probably not the type of fight Bryce Mitchell wants. Like right now, needs to get a little clinching into that, some wrestling.
He's eating punches.
Yeah, exactly. Like if this stays standing up like this, he probably loses a decision.
Yeah. Throwing a high kick, going for a takedown. It's not there, though. Mitchell shot a couple takedown attempts, but they were from distance, and he really didn't come close. Right now, Topuria is leading this fight, landing better strikes, better punches. Mitchell's throwing some kicks, but they're not really doing much. Couple body kicks. Oh, Mitchell's got a hold of his leg now. Now pushing him up against the fence. This is where Mitchell wants to be. Looking for the takedown. This is a big moment for him. If he can get it. Oh, he gets it for a second, but Topuria pops back to his feet. No, Topuria circling away. That was a bad moment for Mitchell. And now he looks a little tired. And he's bleeding. He's got a cut above his left eye. He's getting lit up.
They banged heads earlier, I think. That's where the cut is from. Yeah. I think that's what the commentators were saying.
Getting a hold of his leg, pushing him up against the fence, and not being able to secure the takedown was not good for Bryce Mitchell. We've got about a minute left in the round, and Topuria is definitely winning this round. Oh, there's a takedown for Mitchell. Quick takedown there. He gets him on his back. He doesn't have a ton of time to work. He's going to have to do a lot of work to come back in this round. Right? One takedown's not going to sway the round at this point. Not enough time. Mitchell and Topuria's guard trying to be busy, but Topuria's just kind of defending. Mitchell just doesn't have enough time at this point to get anything going in the round. Yeah, round over, Mitchell on top in Topuria's guard, but not really able to do much damage. Topuria definitely won that round.
Yeah, Topuria probably won that round, but it wasn't like that cut is from a headbutt, I think they said, so I don't put too much power to that, but yeah, Topuria probably got the better moments of that round.
Yeah.
Mitchell finishing with a takedown and staying on top probably gives him a little bit of confidence. Hopefully he could get that takedown earlier in round 2. Or maybe it was a punch that cut him, or...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm
not sure how Mitchell got cut. They didn't really show it on the replays here between rounds. But I think Topuria landed the better strikes in that first round.
Yeah,
Mitchell was able to get a takedown in the last minute, but didn't do much with it. Second round here. I think Mitchell's going to need a takedown earlier in this round. This is a big round here. If he loses this round, he's going to be in big trouble. He's going to need a finish. Oh, Topuria with a nice overhand right. Mitchell shooting in for a takedown. Topuria defends it. Lands a couple punches on the way out. Topuria is sharp. Heavy hands, good takedown defense. Oh, here comes Mitchell trying to clinch up with him, but Topuria slipping away. He's playing this fight really smart. He doesn't want to clinch up with him. He wants to keep this fight at a distance where he's winning, where he's clearly outstriking Mitchell. And Bryce Mitchell is looking to take him down, looking to grab him, but every time he kind of just grabbed him there, and Topuria pushing away. Grabs him again, Topuria pushes away. Oh, Mitchell landed a nice 1-2, though, as they separated. I think he may have hurt Topuria. He's coming after him now a little bit. But Topuria kind of pushes him away. Oh, nice! Whoa, what a combination there. An uppercut and a right hand from Topuria. Drops Bryce Mitchell. Topuria is on top of him now. Inside control. Mitchell seems like he's still there, but Mitchell got dropped, and Topuria is now on top of him. Looking to advance position, but Mitchell's trying to fight out of it. Grab a hold of him and get on top, but Topuria is doing a good job of staying heavy, staying in top side control. Oh, mounted him. Topuria on top now. Landing big punches on Bryce Mitchell. Damn.
Big performance for Topuria.
Yeah. He's looking great. Mitchell got back to his feet, though. Mitchell was in big trouble there. He's super tough. That's what I'm saying. Like, Topuria is going to hit him hard, but it's going to be tough to finish him. Whoa. Mitchell went for a takedown. Topuria just muscled him. down to the mat, reverse the takedown. Now Topuria is on top again.
I could
with
see
Mitchell on his
Topuria
back.
finishing him because Mitchell does look tired, and Topuria is he's not tired, man. He's just going full.
Yeah, Topuria's looking for the head and arm choke here. He tapped. Mitchell taps. Whoa. What a performance from Ilia Topuria. This guy's serious. Wow. Mitchell didn't waste much time tapping when Topuria locked that head and arm choke in. Quick tap. Must have been real tight. And Mitchell was beat up. Beat up and tired. A lot of effort going for those takedowns that he wasn't able to land. What a performance from Ilia Topuria.
So who else had Mitchell on their parlay? Just me, or?
I think I did too. I think maybe we all did. I think our parlays are all dead. Yes, our parlays are all dead with that fight. Yours, mine, and AJ's. God. Oh, well. Sorry, guys. Well, Ilia was the favorite for a reason, I guess. We didn't see it, but I'm sure other people did. Wow. Well, I'm impressed. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. I thought Mitchell's wrestling was going to be able to handle it. I thought he was going to be able to get those takedowns. But Topuria defended them perfectly every time and just landing heavy shots in every exchange. Outstriking Mitchell in a big way. Cutting him up. I mean, Mitchell's face is a bloody mess. And Topuria doesn't look like he's got a scratch on him. Second round, submission victory, head and arm choke for Ilia Topuria over Bryce Mitchell. Damn. He's a solid featherweight. All right, up next we got Darren Till against Dricus. We both took Dricus. What is this? AJ's on the chat? Why is AJ on the chat and not on the show? AJ, why are you on the chat and not on the show?
I don't think AJ's going to make it.
No, AJ's not making it tonight. Forget AJ. Forget you ever heard of AJ. AJ. AJ, why are you on the chat and not on the show? That's weird. Big win for Ilia Topuria in the first fight of this pay-per-view. This guy's legit.
Yeah.
25 years old.
I didn't like Mitchell's striking. Like right from the beginning, you could see that Topuria really had the edge on the striking department.
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely outmatched, right? Topuria is sharp.
And once he missed he went for a couple of takedown attempts. He got one or two that he was successful, but then you could feel it didn't have the same conviction. Like he was losing confidence in his takedowns, and from there you could see Topuria was just becoming overwhelming.
Yeah. He wasn't really able to take him down and keep him down. All right, he got him down for a second, and Topuria just kind of fought out of it.
End of the first round, but that's about the only one.
Yeah. Well, it was a good fight. Good fight. They're showing Valentina Shevchenko there in the crowd. Carla Esparza behind her. Darren Till and Dricus du Plessis up next. Darren Till needs this win, right?
Yeah.
Darren Till's just 29 years old, but he's lost 4 of his last 5. He's lost 4 of his last 5 to good fighters, to Tyron Woodley, to Jorge Masvidal, to Robert Whittaker, and Derek Brunson. He did beat Kelvin Gastelum in the meantime in 2019 by split decision. That's his last win. It's weird. He started off so strong. He was winning big fights.
Believed his own hype, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. It's really odd. You would think he would be winning more of these fights, but I guess the matchups are tough for him. Derek Brunson is a tough matchup. Robert Whittaker, I mean, nobody's beaten him. The Masvidal fight, I think he was winning, but he got caught. And Masvidal was just on a roll at that point. That was the beginning of Masvidal's whole run. And Woodley, I mean, I don't know. I think that's a bad matchup for him, too, at that point. I think they gave him a title shot a little too fast. He was young when he had that title shot. If he's 29 now, he had a title shot 4 years ago at, what, 25? Fought Woodley at 25 years old, gets tapped out. And he didn't really recover after that. Next fight, he gets knocked out. I don't know. Some guys get a title shot like they're undefeated. Like he was undefeated at that point, right? When he fought Woodley. And then he lost to Woodley for the belt. He probably figured he couldn't be beat. He was going to be the champion. And then he loses. And then his next fight, he loses again. It's got to do something to you.
Maybe he got that title fight too quick.
Yeah.
I mean, he did defeated Stephen Thompson before, and Donald Cerrone, but other than that, there wasn't much on his resume.
Mm-hmm. I think people just got excited about him. He was talking a lot of smack. He was winning fights. He was looking good.
I think England is a big market for the UFC, so they wanted him to succeed, and maybe they pushed him too quick.
I don't know. I don't know what happened with Darren Till. But maybe he turns it all around, It's possible. It's just 4 fights. If he fights, 10, 20, 50, 25 more fights in his career, it's possible that he fights a lot more, and this is just a losing streak that he comes back from, and he does well. He could win this fight. This is a winnable fight for him here against Dricus. He is coming in as the underdog, but I could see Darren Till winning. Dricus minus 175, Till plus 150. I could see Darren Till winning this fight. AJ, your parlay's busted. All the parlays are busted. Bryce Mitchell lost. So your parlay, my parlay, all done, AJ. Wait, that's not the parlay. That's AJ. Here it is. Done. Our parlays are done. We all had Bryce Mitchell winning. We've got Magomed. We've got Dricus. We've got Paddy the Batty. Fred, you like Paddy the Batty?
I mean, he's good. He's a good fighter. I like some people were making fun saying he looks like Owen Hart a little bit. Kind of does.
He does a little bit look like Owen Hart. That is true.
If you rang your doorbell to ask for a bag to pick up his dog poop, would you give him a bag?
Yeah, why not? He seems innocent enough. He doesn't seem like a fighter. He doesn't really look like a fighter. Paddy the Batty.
That's pretty like well mannered, you know.
Yeah,
If your dog does something on somebody else's lawn, you should pick it up.
he did that, right? That was like a
Yeah.
viral Patty the Batty video.
Yeah.
It's Darren Till versus Dricus du Plessis coming up here. They're showing the video package for Till and du Plessis. It's a middleweight fight. Till has lost 2 in a row. Dricus has won 5 in a row. Always odd to me when you see a guy who's lost 4 of his last 5 go up against a guy who's won 5 in a row. It's like, why is this happening? But I guess they figure skill level, this is about where it's at. And
who did Dricus beat?
Brad Tavares in his last fight. You know, this is probably a step up in competition for him. But Till is at this weird place in his career. Again, it's an odd fight. If Till wins, I think, you know, this is a winnable fight for him. The best Darren Till showing up, I think he could win, but I don't know. I've got Dricus winning. Dricus is durable. He hits hard. He doesn't move as well as some of the other guys. Like he's a little slower. And I think that's where Darren Till could exploit him. I think Till is a little quicker. But I think Till is going to fade. And Dricus won't.
Somebody put 60,000 on Dricus, it says.
Whoa. It's a lot of money to put on old Dricus. I don't know if I believe on Dricus. I believe in Dricus that much, but I think Dricus will probably win. Big Drake. The crowd will probably be behind Darren Till. Dricus from South Africa?
Yep.
Who was that other fighter from South Africa in the UFC? Remember that guy? There was a fighter from South Africa.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't know. There was somebody. Apparently there was another South African fighter. That guy Cameron Simon is South African, and he was the opener of this card. But there was another guy that used to fight in the UFC who was South African. I forget what his name was. But here's Darren Till coming out. He just doesn't look in great shape. You know? Like, you look at Dricus and you look at Darren Till, you're like, man, look at Dricus. Looks like a monster. Darren Till just kind of looks like he looks all right, but he looks kind of regular, you know? Doesn't look extra beefy like Dricus. You know what I'm saying, Fred? Look at Darren Till walking around right now. He looks in good shape, but he looks kind of normal. He doesn't look in the best Darren Till shape. Just on the walkout, I'm taking Dricus more. I think Dricus is winning. Come on, man. What?
I agree. I'm taking Dricus.
Don't you think Darren Till looks a bit off?
I mean, Till looks in good shape. Dricus looks like a guy that's been taking his supplements. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's not all about that, but just Darren Till doesn't look like he's in the best Darren Till shape. He looks like later stage Nick Diaz, you know? He doesn't look 29.
Potts. Is Ruan Potts your other
No, I don't think
South
so.
African fighter? Because I'm Googling and he's the only one I'm finding. You got me on a search now. I'm wondering.
No, it's not him.
Sorry.
I'm telling you. There was a South African guy in the UFC. I forget his name. He was pretty good though. Maybe he was in Strikeforce. Maybe I got it wrong.
He's pretty good. I don't remember his name.
I don't remember. Well, there's been a lot
good.
of fighters over the years, Fred. We've been doing this a long time.
All right. I'm on page, let's see, for fun. I'm on page of my Google search number 6, and I haven't found anything, so fuck it.
Yeah. I can't find it either. I'm looking.
Kevin Lorena? No clue who that is.
No. I don't know. All right, here we go. Darren Till versus Dricus du Plessis. It's on. Round 1.
Morocco going to the semifinals. Can Dricus continue a success for Africa?
I don't know. Oh, Dricus going for a takedown. Gets a takedown.
Oh.
Gets Till down quickly. Looking to take his back now. Advancing. Till trying to get back to his feet, but Dricus keeping him down, throwing a bunch of punches to the head of Darren Till. Till just covering up, trying to get to his feet. Gave a thumbs up to the ref, but continues eating punches from old Dricus. Oh, Till is having trouble getting back to his feet. Dricus keeps hammering him with punches. Till can't really get out of there. Dricus pushing him against the fence and just punching him in the face hard.
He's telling the ref he's okay, but at some point,
yeah, you got to
he's
get
okay
out
right now. Yeah,
Dricus continuing to just hold Darren Till up against the fence now. Till's got like a knee down, and Dricus is half taking his back, but Till's just not able to get back to his feet. And Dricus just hammering him with punches. It's a weird little position they're in. Because Dricus doesn't really have him down. Till's just on one knee. Dricus tries to drag him back down, holds him with his right arm, and just punches him in the face with the left arm as he just continues to push Till up against the fence and land huge left hands. Darren Till is taking a beating. He keeps telling the ref he's okay, but he's stuck, man. He's taking a vicious beating. Now Dricus just switched sides. He's now holding him, pushing him up against the fence with his left side and hitting him in the face with his right hand. This is just fighting. This isn't martial arts. This is just a beating.
I mean, Dricus is doing good to keep Darren in positions where he can't get back to face him and all.
Till gets back to his feet. Dricus with a big double leg takedown, and Dricus quickly moves to the back, takes Till's back, and now Till is in a world of trouble, just taking punches to the face. The ref is going to stop this pretty soon because Dricus is continuing to hammer the defenseless Darren Till. Here comes Dricus with the rear naked choke. Till's going to either tap out or go to sleep.
Yeah.
He's got him.
It's looking close.
Yeah, oh, wow. Till managed to defend that rear naked choke for the time being. Dricus going for it again. Till is in big trouble. His eye His left eye is swollen shut. Wow, he's defending the rear naked choke, though. He won't say die. He will not quit. But
Dreykus should keep hitting him.
Yeah, still has his back. I think Dreykus got tired of hitting him, thought maybe I'll just get him to quit with the choke, but he won't quit. Dreykus now on the back of Darren Till. He's got a body triangle. He's trying to finish him with the rear naked choke. But Till is defending, and now Till is getting up, spinning out, and back to his feet, and now he's throwing punches at Dreykus. Till on his feet, and now Dreykus tries to get up. Till goes for a choke. Dreykus spins out of the choke, and they're back to their feet, standing with 30 seconds left in the first round. My goodness, Darren Till. And Dreykus looks a little stumbled. He looks a little tired. And Till's corner is telling him to go forward and attack. And Till does. Trips Dreykus. And hammers elbows. Hammering Dreykus. Dreykus looks like he's in trouble. My goodness. Darren Till throwing big punches as Dreykus gets back to his feet and takes Till down. Oh, my God. Dreykus looks tired. Whoa.
It's only the first round, man. A lot of time left.
Damn. That was a hell of a round. Yeah, Till might survive. I thought Till might run out of gas, but Dreykus. But the thing is with Dreykus, this happened in his Brad Tavares fight. He looks exhausted, but he doesn't go away. He just keeps throwing bombs and hammering, and you can't. He's like a zombie. I've seen Dreykus get tired before. I don't know if this will end Dreykus. I think he likes to get tired. He lives in the tired. Oh, my God. Look at Darren Till's eye. Darren Till's left eye is swollen shut. The doctor's going to have to take a look at that because I can't imagine he can see through that eye. Is there no doctor checking him out? I mean, honestly.
A little opening.
You think? They're letting him fight. They're letting him fight, but, man, that eye is severely compromised. I mean, Dreykus can be as tired as you want. Darren Till can barely see. Here we go, round 2. I don't even think the ref asked for a doctor to come and check it out, which is odd.
Darren Till might win this still. He looks like the guy with more gas.
Yeah, he does seem fresher, and he's coming out firing. Just landed
right now,
a nice right hand.
doesn't look dangerous at all. What I'm seeing of Dreykus to start the second round is suspect at best.
Dreykus has a big bruise on his right knee, too. I don't know if that's from a takedown, just kind of landing on the mat, but Dreykus does seem tired. And Till has landed some good punches so far. Oh, Till's firing at him. Nice 1-2 combination from Till. But Dreykus just comes back. What just happened there? Oh, Dreykus maybe got poked a bit in the eye?
No, I think he took out his mouthpiece for a second, it seemed, or something. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know, a finger. I think it was a finger.
Yeah. Yeah, Dreykus looks tired. He needs to get a big takedown. Oh, Till landed a nice left hand there.
10-9, 10-8.
For Dreykus?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the first, I'd say probably a 10... I don't know, 10-9, because Till had his moments there in the end. Oh, Till with a big knee on Dreykus, but Dreykus fires back with a takedown. See, he's like a zombie. You hit him, and then he just comes at you. Dreykus takes down Darren Till. And he's going to try and hold him down. Boom. Holds him down, but Till trying to very much move back and get to his feet. But Dricus on top of him. Good top game. Good control from Dricus. Now holding onto his head in a front headlock, but Till back to his feet, circles away, pushes away. Wow. Wasn't that crazy how Dricus just ate a knee and then ran at Darren Till with a big takedown? Dricus looks tired, and Darren Till's landing some good punches here. But it's hard to put Dricus away. He's durable. Oh, big elbow from Darren Till as Dricus came in. Dricus walked right into a big elbow. And he stumbles, but he just keeps moving forward. He's got a hell of a chin. Till seems to have an advantage in speed and technique. But what Dricus lacks in those departments, he makes up for in power and durability. Oh, man. Big 1-2 from Darren Till. And Till right now, live odds as a minus 360 favorite to win this fight. Dricus plus 280. The odds have completely turned in Till's favor. Even though, like after this round, it'll probably just be 1-1. And now Dricus with a big takedown. Yeah, but the momentum for sure.
Yeah, Dricus doesn't look like a guy that's going to win a round. But hey, right now, if he could get a takedown in that third round, then...
Yeah. But if you know Dricus, if you've watched Dricus like I have, I watched Dricus' fight with Tavares. But look at Dricus now, almost mounting Darren Till in the center of the octagon, landing punches to his head. Dricus in a very good position right now. Just doesn't have maybe enough time to finish it, but man, he's landing some heavy shots. Now he's going for a little choke. I don't think he's going to have anything from that position from top half guard. But Dricus is having some moments here against Darren Till in the second round. Oh, Dricus looking for a knee bar. Looking for a toe hold here. Is he? I don't think he's going to have enough time to finish it. Till is trying to punch out of it. Whoa, round ends. Dricus was rolling for a toe hold. I mean... That's Darren Till's round, I think, but Dricus definitely had his moments there at the end of the round, and I think it's probably a tied fight, one apiece going into the third. And Dricus is not down. And Dricus looks like this. This is how Dricus fights, Fred. I'm telling you. I watched his fight with Brad Tavares a couple days ago, and he looks dead tired, but he doesn't go away.
But
he keeps coming after you.
Takedown earlier. He needs that takedown earlier in the third round because that was still a round for Darren Till. So he cannot have like 4 minutes of Darren Till winning the stand-up in this final round. Yeah,
you're 100% right. He needs to go after him. He needs to get a takedown earlier in the round and maintain top control if he wants to win the fight. Darren Till needs to avoid the takedown, keep this fight standing, and he's probably going to walk away with his first win since 2019. Great fight so far. Great fight. Going into the third and final round, tied at one apiece. Dricus, Duplessis, and Darren Till. It's a middleweight fight. It's UFC 282. You're watching the Ringside Report Network. It's our UFC 282 watch-along. We are doing a watch-along for every single UFC pay-per-view right here on the Ringside Report Network all the time, all the pay-per-views.
What's the next pay-per-view? What's the first pay-per-view of January?
They're in Brazil, I believe. It'll be UFC 283. That's for sure.
Oh, it's that Moreno Figueiredo?
Yeah. Moreno, Figueiredo, Gilbert Burns, Neil Magny. Shoguns on that card. Johnny Walker and Paul Craig. That's a fun one. Not bad. Darren Till still looking sharp. Landing a little body punch there. Oh, nice left hand from Dreykus. Close round so far. Dreykus lands a left hand. Oh, nice couple of right shots from Dreykus. Dreykus landed some good punches there on Darren Till. Till's grabbing his cup, acting like something's wrong with his cup. The ref goes to stop it. And Till's saying, no, it's okay. Till's telling him something. What's wrong with his cup? I guess he had to adjust his cup. Something was wrong. What was that, Fred?
I'm not sure. His dick came out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a ball loose, ref. Give me a second. Can't fight with a ball.
I was scared for a second he was asking the ref to replace it. But
I can't do it with my gloves, ref. I need help. Oh, nice right hand from Dreykus. Dreykus is starting to pull away in the striking here. Till's having trouble landing.
this round's tough to judge, man.
Big takedown from Dreykus, and he lands in the mount. Big takedown from Dreykus.
This might be a difference.
He mounts him, flattens him out, rear naked choke, Till taps. Dreykus to Plessis.
Nice.
Taps. Darren Till with the rear naked choke. Unbelievable. It was the takedown that did it. What a maneuver from Dreykus to Plessis. Big takedown. Lands on top in the mount. Till turns over, gets flattened out. Dreykus slaps in the rear naked choke. Till taps immediately. He had no choice. Third round submission victory for Dreykus du Plessis. Wow. Big takedown, lands in the mount, throws a couple punches. Till covers up, turns, tries to turn over and get out, exposes his back, gets flattened out, and tapped out quickly. Wow. What a fight. That's what I'm saying. Dreykus doesn't go away. This guy does not go away. You count him out, he comes right back. That's why when I saw the live odds, minus 360 Darren Till, I was like, well, he's having good moments here. But Dreykus does not go away. Another win, 6th win in a row for Dreykus du Plessis. Big one here on pay-per-view over the well-known Darren Till in a big fight that he looked like he was losing in that second round. He had some bad moments there in that second round. Looked rough. He's getting beat up. Looked tired. One takedown changes everything. What a fight. How about it?
Excellent fight, man. A lot of action.
Tough loss for Darren Till. You know, another loss for Darren Till against a tough fighter in a fight where Till had his moments, you know? It's a tough one. It's not like he had a bad performance here.
Like
he looked good.
I mean, in the first round he didn't look good. In the second round he had his moments and all that. But then when the third round started, the odds were giving him favorite in the second round because they thought like he was the one with the gas tank still. But the third round he didn't come out at all. Like he looked tired, as if he he gassed himself in that second round. So I don't know, man. Darren Till, man, maybe go back to the drawing board. I'm not sure if the UFC is gonna keep him with his recent record. He's still a name, you know. And like I say, that market in the UK is important for the UFC. So maybe he gets another fight.
Yeah, they got Paddy the Batty though now. I don't know. And if Darren Till isn't winning fights, I don't know. I don't know what his career is going forward. Does he want to stay in the UFC at this level and get beat up, or does he want to maybe go and try and fight Jake Paul or something in boxing, you know? I don't know. His MMA career is not at a championship level at this point, and I don't know if it'll recover.
I don't think he's in contention for a Jake Paul fight. I don't think that's really interesting. Maybe I'm wrong. But you know what, man? If the UFC doesn't keep him, man, maybe he goes to PFL, man, or something else, man, and he manages to – he's not a bad fighter. He's a decent fighter. But the UFC, man, it's the elite, man. Every fight is a big fight. Every fight's a tough fight.
Yeah. But he had moments where he looked like he could have won this fight tonight, right? Like he looked like he may have knocked out Dricus a couple times. But Dricus is just hard to put away. And, you know, it was a big takedown in the third round. I mean, this fight was 1 round apiece, and in the third round, Dricus just was able to impose his will.
Dricus needs a big fight now. I'm not sure who you give them at middleweight, but Dricus needs a contender.
I mean, 6 in a row. Yeah. Is he ranked? Dricus, middleweight. He's ranked 14th right now. Maybe he'll jump up a few spots. I don't know. He just beat the number 10 ranked Darren Till, so he's got to jump up some spots after this, right? They had Darren Till ranked number 10, even though he hasn't won since 2019. He's lost 4 of his last 5, and now 5 of his last 6, and 3 in a row. How does that work?
I don't know.
Well, Dricus, who's 14th, just beat Till, who's ranked 10th somehow. So maybe Dricus will find himself in the top 10. I could see Dricus fighting the winner of Sean Strickland and Jared Cannonier next.
That could be good.
Right? That's a good fight.
Excellent.
Dricus against Jack Hermanson could work too. Dricus against Chris Curtis could work. There's a lot of good fights for Dricus in the middleweight division. It's a good division.
AJ, your parlay was gone long time ago because you had Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah. AJ's parlay died. We all had Dricus.
Just 0 for 2 right now. It was
I had
0 for
Dricus
1
in my parlay. You had Dricus in your parlay, but we had Mitchell too, so we lost.
Yeah. But I had Rosas, so at least I'm 1 for 3 in my parlay.
There you go. Hey, Gordon Ryan's there. There's Gordon Ryan at the pay-per-view. All right.
Nice.
Justin Gaethje. I'm waiting for them to show MJF. Apparently MJF is there. He's got a beef with Paddy the Batty, and he's going to settle the score. AEW World Champion MJF
needs to stay in his lane. I love MJF, but come on, man. Don't be dumb.
I don't know. MJF said he was going to be there.
Paddy the Batty would kill you.
What is this movie? What is this show? It's a TV show? What are they showing me? It's a commercial.
Sure. Not sure.
It looks good. Oh, no, I don't know if it looks good.
So today I watched Home Alone with the kids.
That's good.
It's becoming a holiday tradition.
Of course.
I've watched all of them with Susie. Like for the past 2 years, man, we watched him. Then I asked my girlfriend when I could start showing them Die Hard, and my girlfriend wasn't too sure about that. And I'm like, man, Die Hard's a classic. And she goes, they might not like it. I go, nah, they're going to like Die Hard. Die Hard's good.
Yeah.
You've ever seen Die Hard, or you're too young?
No, I've seen Die Hard. Die Hard's all right. There is the AEW World Champion, MJF. He's there. Johnny North, my man, says MJF has the belt. And there is MJF tweeting from cage side. There's MJF. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, AEW World Champion, Salt of the Earth. And there's his view from cage side. So MJF is there. He says, Patty the Batty, where are you at? Where are you at, Patty? So that could be interesting. I'm a big MJF fan. I want to see what kind of stuff he's got planned. He's a character, I'm telling you. Patrick C. Hamilton, who's been a member now for 24 months, which is 2 years straight. So thank you, Patrick, for supporting the Ringside Report Network. Patrick says, could be an early night, still no decisions. I like it. This UFC 282 card, every single fight has finished. We haven't seen a single decision from the first fight on the prelims to now that we have 3 fights left on the pay-per-view. It's a lot of fights. 9 fights in a row, all with finishes, submissions, or knockouts. So far on the pay-per-view, 2 straight submissions.
I'll be right back, Dave. I gotta get something to drink.
All right.
I gotta go up.
All right, Fred will be right back. So it's just me. Deal with it. Yeah. Fred will be back here looking for AJ. Would be nice for AJ to come on. Maybe Johnny North wants to join us. Johnny North could come on. We're looking at Santiago Ponzanibio taking on Alex Morono next. Ponzanibio was supposed to fight Robbie Lawler on this card, which would have been pretty fun. But Robbie got hurt or, reported the injury last week. And now we have Alex Morono stepping in, who is a welterweight fighter normally, but because he took the fight on short notice, they weren't going to make him drop all the way to 170, so it's a 180 catch weight here. Ponzanibio and Morono. It's not an easy fight for Ponzanibio. It may be even a tougher fight than Robbie Lawler would have been. Morono has won 4 in a row. He beat Matthew Semmelsberger back in July. Morono is definitely a threat. I don't know what the odds were for Ponzanibio and Morono, or Ponzanibio and Lawler, but Ponzanibio coming in minus 170, the favorite here. Morono plus 145. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that Morono's coming in on short notice. But this is definitely going to be a tough fight for Ponzanibio. I stayed away from this fight on my parlay because I thought, it's a little tricky. I think Ponzanibio probably wins, but I could see this fight going either way. AJ says PR Mark wants a shout out. No. Give me back my AJ PR Mark and maybe you'll get a shout out. How about that? It's Ponzanibio taking on Morono. And there you see Ponzanibio minus 180 favorite. Morono plus 155. Ponzanibio slightly longer reach, but I don't know, something about this Morono fight, taking the fight on short notice. Ponzanibio's getting a little older too, 36. He's lost 2 fights in a row. Losing to Jeff Neal and Michelle Pereira. Both good fighters. He lost the fights by split decision. It's not like he's getting finished, but Morono is not Robbie Lawler. Like, Morono's 32. He's won a bunch of fights in a row. He's not the fighter that Ponzanibio was preparing for going into this fight. Still, I think Ponzanibio, very dangerous striker. Hits really hard and might be able to put Morono away. We'll see. Good fight here coming up at UFC 282. Shout out to everybody watching the show right now. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We appreciate it. subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. We're here for every single UFC pay-per-view doing the watch-along. And also every Thursday night at 8 p.m. for Ringside Report MMA. We break all the fights down. We recap the fights, and we preview the fights. We give you our picks. Try to give you some winners every Thursday night at 8. Here on the Ringside Report Network, you can watch the replays anytime on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. We're on all the things. RingsideReport.net as well if you want. You can just go to the website. All the stuff is there at RingsideReport.net. The wrestling show as well. Thursday night is MMA. Friday night is pro wrestling. Fridays at 10 with Johnny North. Wrestling Uncensored. As we watch Santiago Ponzanibio walking into the arena, getting ready for his big fight. This is a cool fight and all, but this kind of feels like the middle fight as we wait for the big ones to start. Paddy the Baddy is up next after this one, and then we have the main event. Magomed Ankalaev versus Jan Blachowicz. And I've been telling you for years now on this channel that Magomed Ankalaev was destined to be the UFC light heavyweight champion. On our first show of this year, I predicted Magomed Ankalaev to become UFC light heavyweight champion by the end of the calendar year. And Magomed Ankalaev has a shot tonight to become that champion. So this is a long time coming. I've been watching this guy for a while. I was telling Freddie and AJ about this guy for a long time here on the show, saying that this guy is the future at light heavyweight. And then I saw Yuri Prohaska, and I thought, man, Magomed's going to have a hell of a rival. And Yuri was able to get there first. Yuri was able to get to the championship first, I think, because of his style, because he's got such an exciting style. And unfortunately, Yuri Prohaska had to vacate the championship because he hurt his shoulder, and he's going to be out for an extended period of time, over a year, if not more, they're saying, which is terrible. But that, to me, is the big fight at light heavyweight. Yuri Prohaska versus Magomed Ankalaev. That's the fight that I cannot wait to see, and I hope we do get to see it at some point, because I think Yuri and Magomed are the best guys in the division and have been for a little while. And we'll see if Magomed can prove it here tonight against Jan Blachowicz, who's a former champion, who's definitely a formidable opponent. Jan Blachowicz is no pushover. He's got the power, that legendary Polish power, to knock out any man, including Magomed Ankalaev. He just needs to land the right shot, and Magomed has to be very careful and make sure that Jan doesn't land that right shot. I don't think he will, though. I really like the plus 1,000 Magomed Ankalaev by submission prop. I thought that was interesting. I could see Magomed hurting Jan, taking him down or dropping him with some punches, and putting him away with a rear naked choke type of deal. I could see a submission plus 1,000. I thought was definitely worth a look. I like Magomed to win. I think he's going to finish Jan as well. Could go to decision. I mean, you know, it's possible. But I think he'll finish him. And Paddy the Baddy, I think he'll get a finish too. Which at this point doesn't feel like a bold prediction because every single fight on this card has had a finish. So, right? All right. We're going to Santiago Ponzanibio against Alex Morono. We're about to start this fight. Bruce Buffer's done the introductions. They're standing in the cage. They're getting ready. I'm going with Santiago. And we're about to start round one. Here we go. Ponzanibio, Brazilian. Morono from the United States. Morono looks a little taller, a little thicker than Ponzanibio, too. I mean, Ponzanibio was training for a welterweight fight, and Morono was just... I mean, I don't know what he was doing. He doesn't look like he's in top shape tonight, but he did just hit Santiago Ponzanibio with some heavy punches. Santiago with a calf kick. Morono taking this fight on short notice. You figure he might want to try and put Ponzanibio away early because he might not have the gas tank for a 3-round fight. He might not be in the cardio condition to go all 3 rounds. And he's looking to throw some heavy shots here on Ponzanibio. Just through a combination. Wasn't able to land with the right hand, but you could tell Morono's trying to get pretty aggressive here in the early goings. Ponzanibio, a little jab to the body. They're circling each other here in the middle of the cage. Santiago Ponzanibio, oh, with a big right hand. Morono fires back, but just hits air. Santiago seems a little sharper. A little smaller, too. Morono seems bigger. Oh, Morono just landed a nice right hand on Ponzanibio that definitely hurt him. Might have started some swelling there on the left side of his face. Big right hands. Morono is just throwing with everything. He's not... And Freddie coming back. Freddie's got some good snacks. Morono he's going for the kill here. You know, he is throwing big shots. I don't know if he's going to be able to sustain this for 3 rounds. Thank you for subscribing to the Ringside Report Network. I was saying, Fred, how it looks like Morono's strategy might be to try and put Santiago away early because he hasn't been training for a fight. He took this fight on short notice. He was Robbie Lawler's replacement. Taking it on a week's notice. He looks much bigger. Yeah, Morono, well, it's a 180-pound catch weight.
Yeah.
What do you have? You're making me hungry.
You're good. You might doubt it, but this is very good. Salted sesame sticks. I love it.
Okay, I've never had them.
I love it. From Walmart.
Nice. There's Ponzanibio with a little jab to the body. Calf kick. And Morono, after throwing just nothing but home run shots for the first 4 minutes of this round, seems to be slowing down a little bit. He's just throwing with bad intentions on every punch, trying to knock him out with every punch, and I think that won't be good for him in the second round. But there, Ponzanibio has been opened up with one of those big shots. Ponzanibio is cut just below his left eye. He's bleeding. It's been a tough round. Ponzanibio's landed some shots, but Morono seems to have landed some heavier shots.
It's tough to change opponents like that last second.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh! Morono hits Ponzanibio, lands on top, and he's got Ponzanibio in big trouble. Ponzanibio on the ground scrambling to get back to his feet. Whoa. That was a crazy end to the round. I'm not exactly sure what he hit him with to drop him.
I think it was just more of a
momentum.
They got tangled up. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it was the hit, but still, he capitalized on it. He went on offense, so.
Interesting round. Morono throwing big leather. No, I think he hit him with a shot here, Fred. They're showing the replay now. I think he punched him and hurt him. Like he was spinning, but I think he punched him and hurt him there. And that's what dropped Ponzanibio. Ponzanibio looks a little wobbly still. We'll see how this second round plays out. But this could get crazy. Morono still looks, he looks all right. He's bouncing around.
It was supposed to be Robbie Lawler. That's probably why this fight was on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I think
originally.
it is. Yeah, that's why.
But I'll tell you what, Morono is showing stuff here, man. He's a fun fighter.
No, he's definitely dangerous. He's not an easy fight here for Ponzanibio. And he's bringing it. And I think he won the first round.
Yeah, I like his fighting style.
Yeah. He throws a lot of spinning back fists. Oh, it looks like he stumbled on that one and maybe twisted his ankle. Do you see that? Yeah. Do you see how he kind of moved after that spinning back fist? I don't know. He spun weird there.
I like how he's keeping his hands up high, defending his head, but also like throwing stuff from there.
He's got a fun style. I like all the spinning back fists. He's thrown like 3 or 4 of them in the fight. Ponzanibio's having trouble here. Oh, Morono drops him with a right hand. Ponzanibio stands up like, no, that wasn't anything. Was that a slip? I mean, he took a punch to the face and then he fell down, but he's acting like he didn't. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think he got dropped. But Ponzanibio's firing back. He's in this fight, but he's losing. Ponzanibio just seems like he's coming up a little short. Morono seems way bigger than him too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a middleweight fighter against a welterweight fighter.
I mean, at the same time, Morono doesn't look as cut as Ponzanibio. Like, if he's doing a full camp, he's probably cutting a little bit of that fat, and all.
Yeah.
I would think. But, yeah, he looks bigger, and he's doing good, man. And if you're Ponzanibio, going from Robbie Lawler to Morono is a huge difference, I would say, because, Robbie Lawler, as good as he is, he's an older guy and all, man. You maybe don't expect him to be at his best.
Yeah.
Morono, he's hungry.
That's it. Robbie Lawler and Alex Morono are 2 very different places in their careers. Morono's won a bunch of fights in a row. He's 32 years old. Like, he's on the come-up. He's not near retirement. It's a totally different fight for Ponzanibio. And Morono's winning. Well, that was a nice right hand from Ponzanibio, though. Like, Ponzanibio's still in this fight, but he's trailing. He's trailing. He lost the first round, and he's losing the second round, too. He's getting outstruck. Morono's keeping him on the outside, and he's just landing more punches. Heavier punches, too. This one's a little closer than the first one, though, right? This round?
Yeah. The end here, Ponzanibio's having a couple of moments, but I still think it's a Morono round.
Ponzanibio's kind of turning it around. Oh, that was a nice spinning elbow from Morono. That was solid. But Ponzanibio just takes it.
I'm a fan of Morono's stance. I like how he blocks everything. Well, he got hit here, but
Yeah. He just took a few punches here. Ponzanibio's landing some good punches in the last minute and a half of this round. The momentum seems to be turning. Morono's landing less. Ponzanibio's landing way more. I don't know. That round was interesting. It was a lot closer than, like, the first 2 minutes. It felt like more of the same from Morono, but the last 3 minutes were a lot closer. And then the last minute and a half were definitely Ponzanibio. So I don't know. Close round. Close second round. How do you score it?
I got 2-0 Morono, but
Yeah. I could see that.
like, I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm not gonna be mad because some of these rounds are close. And Ponzanibio finished well this last one, so sometimes, that's what stays in the mind of the judge.
I think this round, this fight here is up for grabs for both guys. I don't think Morono should feel like he has won. I don't think Morono should be confident in being up 2-0. And I think Ponzanibio should be I think both guys should really be looking for a finish here in this third round because it's either 1-1 or 2-0. But I don't know. Ponzanibio, I think, maybe has it 1-1. We'll see.
Come on, man. Let's keep the streak. Don't leave it in the hands of the judges.
Apparently, Ponzanibio's corner has said to him that they're down 2-0.
I could see that, so. These things are addicting, man. They're salty, and anything salty, you just can't stop eating them.
It's the salt, Fred. It's the salt. Ponzanibio turning it on here. Landing some good punches. Oh, but Morono fires back, and Ponzanibio walks back. He's wobbly. Morono's got him hurt. Morono with a big right hand. He's got Ponzanibio on the run. Ponzanibio's in big trouble, but he's still standing. Morono's trying to attack, trying to finish him. But Ponzanibio's standing. He's wobbled. He's hurt, but he's still firing. My goodness. Whoa. That was a big, heavy punch from Morono that hurt Ponzanibio, but Ponzanibio able to run away, defend himself, and recover. And now he's firing back, landing a couple punches there. Whoa. Morono just threw a big right hand that missed. Oh! Ponzanibio with a big right hand drops Morono. It's over. Morono's out. What?
What a finish.
Whoa.
Great finish, man. Props to him, man.
What a win for Santiago Ponzanibio. His corner told him he was down 2-0. He needed a finish, and he got it. Big right hand,
Doesn't
drops
that put AJ 0 for
Morono,
3?
knocks him out. Say it again?
Doesn't that make AJ 0 for 3 or something like that?
Did he have Morono in this parlay too? Yeah, he did. Yeah. AJ's losing all his fights. Yeah, he had Till, he had Mitchell, he had Morono. If you want an all-losing parlay, go with AJ. I did pick Ponzanibio at the beginning of this fight, but it was not looking like it was going his way until that huge, straight right hand drops Morono. Bam. They're showing the replay now, and he's wobbled. And then another right hand. One right hand wobbles him, another one drops him, and the ref jumped in immediately because Morono didn't know where he was anymore. My goodness.
And Ponzanibio's corner told him he needed a finish, and he went and got it. So props, man. This is a very good performance for him.
Huge. He was about to lose, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what his corner told him. Like, you got to do something here. You got to do something big. And he went and got it.
That was a hell of a
Morono
fight.
still had a great fight, man. And on short notice, I see Dana's shaking his hand right now. Like, I'm sure Dana appreciates him showing up on short notice. And he's got a future in the UFC also. He's a good fighter. Both guys, good performance.
Now, that was a great fight. We just saw Dricus and Darren Till have a great fight. Topuria and Bryce Mitchell had a pretty fun fight. But I think Topuria, it was more one-sided. Dricus and Darren Till was kind of back and forth. This fight was back and forth. Between this fight and the last fight, what's fight of the night so far on this pay-per-view?
Tough. Not sure.
How do you pick fight of the night between this fight and the last one? Amazing. All finishes again on this pay-per-view, and not this pay-per-view only, but the whole UFC 282 card, prelims included. Every fight has had a finish. No decisions yet. Ponzanibio continues the streak with a third-round knockout of Alex Morono.
Come on, Dana, give some bonuses.
Everybody gets a bonus tonight.
The Oprah, Dana.
Yeah. I mean, my God, these guys are putting on great performances.
You get a bonus.
Huge, huge performances from everybody so far tonight. And it's not just, the people winning, but the losing fighters, too, are putting out great efforts. Darren Till put out a great fight. Alex Morono put on a great fight. These guys came to play, and they gave it their all, and they had their moments. Santiago Ponzanibio getting the TKO tonight. He was maybe down 2-0 going into the third round. Dricus, Plessis, and Darren Till, that fight was 1 round apiece going into the third round. And Dricus able to get the face crank submission, the rear naked choke, whatever you want to say. Wikipedia is calling it a face crank. It might have been more of a neck crank than a choke. I don't know if he was under the chin, but either way, it was a submission win for Dricus. And Topuria and Bryce Mitchell, Topuria kind of just beat the shit out of Bryce Mitchell, right? That wasn't really
Tell you what,
like
I
back
expect Patty to have a finish here.
Yeah. Magomed, too. We both have Patty and Magomed winning these next 2 fights at UFC 282. I love it. 3 fights down. 2 to go. Let's keep them coming. Wow. You see in Morono's face here on the replay? After he takes the first punch, like he's barely there, and the second punch just put him down. Like the first punch knocked him out, and he was still standing, and then he took another punch, and that just made him fall down.
That's why the ref came in right away.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning, I was wondering, wow, ref came in pretty quick, but he had a good view, and he saw he was in trouble.
Yeah, if you see his face, it did look like a quick stoppage, but when you see Morono's face, the first right hand, like Morono's not there anymore, and then the second right hand just put him down, and the ref jumped in right away. Big power from Santiago Ponzanibio. It kind of makes you happy he wasn't in there with Robbie Lawler tonight. It would have been kind of, kind of rough. MJF They're showing MJF on the screen. He just flipped off the crowd, and he's got the AEW championship. MJF. Oh, yeah. Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
He better
better than
stay in
you,
his
and you
lane.
know it. What?
He better stay in his lane.
Oh, he's getting ready for Paddy
And
the
by
Baddy.
that, I mean, don't get in no beef with some real fighters.
Yeah. I don't think he will. I think he's just trying to do business for AEW. Maybe get Paddy the Baddy to do an appearance, which would be good for AEW. But I like that MJF is there. They showed MJF, AEW champion. It's good for him. And now Paddy the Baddy time. Big star in the UFC. He's pretty good. 27 years old. He's won 5 fights in a row, 3 in the UFC. Only 3 fights in the UFC, but he's already become a very big star. He's got a 19-3 professional record. His last loss coming to Soren Bach by decision for Cage Warriors back in 2018.
Is this a lightweight fight? Like, this is a lightweight fight?
Yeah.
He cuts, Paddy cuts like crazy.
Yeah, he's only 5'10", but he does sometimes walk around over 200 pounds, I think.
I mean, he looks big still for a lightweight.
Yeah. But, I don't know. We'll see what Paddy does here. He's fighting Jared Gordon, who's a solid fighter at 155. He is currently ranked. Let's see. Is he ranked? He is not. Neither of these guys are even ranked at 155 pounds in the UFC top 15. That's interesting. Paddy the Baddy or Jared Gordon. And they're co-main eventing this pay-per-view. Should Paddy the Baddy get a fighter in the top 15 if he beats Jared Gordon? And if he does, who would you put him up against? You know who's ranked 14th? Conor McGregor.
I don't know. I don't have to. Who?
Conor.
Yeah, but he's not getting Conor.
How about Tony Ferguson? He's ranked 15th.
He's not getting Conor.
Tony Ferguson.
If Tony still wants to fight, how can Tony still be ranked? We were talking about Darren Till, but how the fuck is Tony still ranked, man?
Because the rankings are ridiculous.
Makes no sense.
No. How about Renato Moicano?
Yeah.
That doesn't do much for
Anything
you, right?
better?
Dan Hooker.
Better?
11th.
A little bit better.
Hooker's ranked 11th. I could see
Yeah,
Hooker
give him
versus
Hooker.
Paddy.
Hooker got a win recently.
Yeah, he looked good,
who
too.
Did Hooker? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hooker's a fun matchup. I'd watch that.
Is Paddy ready, though?
I mean, this is what, his fourth fight?
Fourth
in the
fight
UFC?
in the UFC. Fourth.
So, I mean, yeah, man. Come on, man. How many fights you're going to give him?
Dan Hooker beat Claudio Puelles with a body kick TKO at UFC 281.
Yeah, but that other guy, I remember now the fight. So, yeah, no, it would make sense, man. I like Dan Hooker, but it's tonight first. But, yeah, Paddy against Dan Hooker would make sense.
Conor's fourth fight in the UFC, fought Dustin Poirier and beat him. Right? Freddie, you with me? I guess not. But still. Conor's second fight in the UFC was against Max Holloway.
Same thing. Max Holloway at that point was not the champion that he was a couple years later.
Okay,
yeah.
well, how about this? Conor's 6th fight in the UFC was for the belt against Chad Mendes, the interim belt. It was supposed to be against Aldo. 6th fight in the UFC. Paddy the Baddy, similar trajectory, undefeated in the UFC. Conor had a couple losses before the UFC, but came in and beat everybody. Paddy's doing the same thing. Do you think that in Paddy's 6th fight in the UFC, he will be fighting for the belt?
No.
Me neither.
That's not the trajectory right now.
I don't think it should be. Because that would be Islam Makhachev, and that's not good. He doesn't want that. Nobody wants that for Paddy. I don't think anybody wants that for anybody right now. But Jared Gordon's the opponent right now against Paddy the Baddy. Paddy 19-3, Gordon 19-5 as a pro. Paddy coming in heavy favorite minus 245, Gordon plus 205. Paddy with a 73-inch reach compared to Gordon's 68-inch reach. I think that's going to play a factor tonight. I got Paddy by knockout. Paddy by knockout, Fred?
Yeah. Could make sense.
Paddy the Baddy and Jared Gordon is a co-main event here. For UFC 282. It's the UFC 282 watch along on the Ringside Report Network. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. Co-main event before midnight, Fred. We're making good time here on this thing, too. I like it. I want to see if I can still get... I don't think you can still bet on this fight. I want to know what the prop is on Paddy the Baddy by knockout. I think it's too late to bet on that.
I don't know. I haven't seen Paddy yet. But I have the impression that he's going to be much bigger than Gordon.
Paddy by knockout plus 260. That's not bad. You could do that right now at bet99.com, but you have to move fast. Yeah, is he much bigger than him?
I don't know. We'll see once the fight starts, but I expect him to be more physically imposing.
Gordon's got a good story. I think he was in prison. He's like cleaned up his life. I think he used to do heroin. He had a drug problem.
Good for him.
He's from New York. I don't know if you've watched any of The Embedded, but they're showing a lot of Jared Gordon and his wife, Christina Gambino.
Okay.
I don't know, MMA fighter from New York, married to a lady named Gambino. I kind of wonder, is she related
Joey
to
Gambino, the fighter?
Those Gambinos,
Was it Joey Gambino, the guy that used to fight?
He was a fighter. I think he was
Yeah.
related to the family in some way. Right? Paddy the Baddy coming out.
Owen Hart.
What's that black armband he has? I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I can't.
He's always
read right
supporting good causes. Paddy the Baddy gives back to his community. Tries to help people. Seems like a good guy. I don't know why they call him the Baddy. Seems like a good guy. He's not so
Paddy
bad.
the Goody.
Yeah, Paddy the Goody. Goody Paddy. Good Paddy. That's a good Paddy. Here he comes, jumping around, excited. doing his walkout. What's his music?
I don't know.
All right. Well, it's Paddy the Batty time. Co-main event, UFC 282. And still no AJ, Fred. I mean, the third man
AJ
of the
won't
team.
make it.
AJ not
won't.
showing up for the last pay-per-view of the year. Very disappointing.
Step your game up.
Yeah, really, AJ. I don't know what his deal is. Paddy the Batty very excited. The fans very excited to see Paddy. A lot of people are saying, like, this is the fight of the card. People are more excited to see Paddy than anything else on this pay-per-view. And he's not even
I'm excited to see.
a ranked lightweight, you know?
But that's the thing. I'm excited to see Paddy because he has some hype behind him. But ask me if I care about Jared Gordon.
Yeah. I mean, he seems like a good
he
fighter.
related
I think
to
he could
Jeff
beat
Gordon?
Paddy. I think he could beat Paddy. Because I don't know how unbeatable Paddy is. I think Paddy's going to win this fight, but like, I'm not convinced that Paddy is the best 155er in the UFC. But I am thinking that he could be. He has potential. And we'll see. We'll see. I mean, right now, Islam Makhachev is just... It's hard to picture anybody beating Islam Makhachev, including Alex Volkanovski, who's incredible, you know? Like, they're going to fight, and I just don't see Volkanovski being able to stop him. I don't see anybody being able to stop him. So when you're a 155er in the UFC, it's like, yeah, all right. There's a limit. There's a limit to what you're going to be able to do. But Paddy the Batty definitely exciting. Definitely a prospect. And, you know, who knows? He's definitely he's got youth on his side at 27 years old. He's got some time to become that number one guy in the division. And he can sell a lot of pay-per-views in the meantime because people
Why
love
was
him.
he beefing with Topuria at the press conference?
I don't know. Topuria seemed to be jumping at him. I don't know why. Topuria seemed very upset with Paddy the Batty. Maybe he's trying to angle for a fight.
He's got a pretty big reach advantage.
Yeah. Which is weird because Topuria fights at 145 and Paddy fights at 155. I don't know why Topuria was going at Paddy the Batty so much at the press conference. I don't see how a fight is going to even take place between the two. I don't see why that makes sense. I'd like to see Paddy fight somebody in the top 15 of the UFC's lightweight in his next fight if he can win this one. Somebody like Moicano or Dan Hooker or Armin Tsarukyan, something like that. I think would be an interesting fight for Paddy. He's got a lot of hype, and a guy with a lot of hype, you want to see, you know, can he make it with the elite of the division? Jared Gordon is one test, and we'll see if he can pass it. Everybody thinks he can. I think he can. See a bigger name opponent next time. But this wasn't supposed to be the co-main event anyways. It was supposed to be Jiří Procházka and Glover Teixeira in the main event and Magomed Ankalaev and Jan Blachowicz in the co-main event. But because Jiří got hurt, now it's Magomed and Jan in the main event for the vacant title. Which really sucks because I think we're going to see Jiří beat Glover and Magomed beat Jan, and then we would set up Magomed versus Jiří for the belt next year, which would have been a great fight. I really hope we still get that fight at some point.
I mean, I think Jiří's out for a while.
Yeah. But when he comes back,
And,
you know, Magomed will be waiting there with the belt.
But I mean, from what I'm reading, man, his injury's pretty serious and all that, man. So who knows how he comes back and all that, man. And And if it's like an injury that really keeps him out for a long time, maybe he wants easier fight to come back.
Oh, I don't know if this is going to last very long. Paddy landed a nice body kick. He seems way bigger than Gordon, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Now that they're standing next to each other in the cage?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Gordon looks small in the walkout.
That Paddy by knockout plus 260 seems like a pretty good bet. Paddy looking pretty sharp so far. Gordon tried to fire back, get some respect, but wasn't able to really land on Paddy. Paddy's using that distance very well. Big reach advantage. Oh, Paddy came in, and Gordon caught him coming in with a nice short left hand. It's going to keep Paddy honest. Right, Paddy was kind of throwing like Gordon wasn't going to do anything to him, and then he slid in and took one, and now he's got to be a bit more careful. Paddy the Batty, Jared Gordon, round 1, UFC 282. It's the Ringside Report Network. Don't forget to subscribe. It's the co-main event. Oh, Gordon with a nice 1-2 on Paddy the Batty. Another good left hand from Gordon. Paddy circles away from the cage, but he just took a few good punches.
Paddy hasn't found his comfort zone, it seems.
No.
Again.
And Gordon with another nice right hand. Paddy was looking good early, but Gordon kind of... It was that one short left that he caught Paddy with coming in, and since then, it's been mostly Jared Gordon. But here comes Paddy the Batty. Straight right, and then a left uppercut. I like those long punches that he moves in with.
You do?
When you get close to Gordon, he's going to fire.
Like, man.
What's that?
Some of them I didn't like. Some of the punches he threw seemed a little slow and telegraphed, and big loopy wide punches. Somebody is going to make him pay on that, I feel.
But he's so long. When he gets close to Gordon, though, Gordon's got those short, quick hooks that hit hard. Paddy's got to keep Gordon at the end of his range. Just at the end of his punches, at the end of his kicks. If he keeps him at distance, he's doing well. Like he's doing right now. Straight punches, kicks, and now he's landing some good shots on Gordon. It's just when they get a little bit closer when Gordon gets that advantage. Paddy's got to keep him at distance. Paddy's allowing him to get in close. And he's getting into some trouble, but Paddy there firing back with a calf kick. Nice right hand from Paddy the Batty. Oh, nice right by Paddy. Gordon fell. I don't know if it was a slip or a drop, but wow, they're firing now. Paddy landed a nice combination there on Gordon. Did Gordon get dropped or did he slip there, Fred? What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Got to see a replay.
I'm looking more of how, like, I like some of these. Oh, now takedown. Come on,
Paddy going for a takedown. Reverses Gordon, reverses a takedown, gets on top in Paddy's guard. Whoa.
I was going to say, in a couple of those exchanges, I felt like Paddy was leaving his head there, man. Like I say, a good striker could make him pay on some of those moments.
Gordon finishing the first round in Paddy's guard, not able to land much off the reverse takedown. But a close round. A close first round. Both guys having their moments. I think I'd give it to Paddy. But I could see it going either way that round. I could see judges scoring it to Gordon on damage. But I think Paddy did some damage too. I think a lot of it has to do, did he drop him or did he slip? You know, because Paddy did land a good shot that seemed to drop Gordon. But Gordon is getting a lot of these replays we're seeing, landing some good shots. But Paddy landed some too. I don't know. That was a tough first round to call. Fred, how do you see round one?
Either way, I'm not sure.
Give me a winner.
Gordon.
All right. We're split. See, that's how close the first round was. Could have gone either way. Round two here between Paddy the Batty and Jared Gordon. As long as Paddy keeps him at that kicking range, he's doing well. But when Gordon's able to cut the distance, he lands heavy punches. Right now, the live odds have it minus 150. Sorry, minus 115 to pick him on either side to win this fight. Live odds. Paddy coming in as a favorite before the fight. Now it's anybody's fight. As we saw in the first round, kind of anybody's round. Hard to score.
I wish we would have seen more grappling, because Paddy has a lot of nice submissions like you see in his highlight reel, so I'd like to see a little bit more of his grappling. I feel standing up, he's not imposing himself.
Yeah, he's not having a ton of success right now. Oh, Gordon pushing him up against the fence, landing some good punches now on Paddy. But, I mean, Paddy tried to get the takedown, and look what happened. He wound up on the bottom.
I mean, if you're Gordon and the UFC calls you to fight Paddy the Batty, this is huge for you because, let's be honest, not a lot of people know who Jared Gordon is.
Yeah.
A lot of people know who Paddy the Batty is. Paddy gets all the media attention, etc. If you're Gordon, man, be prepared and offer a good performance. Make
Gordon looking for a takedown.
But yeah,
Paddy trying to reverse it into a choke here. I don't know if he's got anything here with it. Yeah, I don't know. Gordon's going to get out and continue to get that body control on Paddy, pushing him up against the fence. He's got double underhooks. He had his hands connected for a moment, but I don't know what that choke attempt was there from Paddy. I don't think he had much of anything there.
No.
Just trying to hold him. It's not good.
This
not
is
good
a
for Paddy
round.
the Batty. Here's Gordon looking for that big takedown, but Paddy's defending it. But
for me right now, this is definitely a round for Gordon.
yeah,
The first one was pretty tight. Could go either way, but this one is pretty convincing as of now.
whoa, nice punch to the body and then a couple to the head as they move away from Jared Gordon. Paddy lands a nice right hand. Maybe he hurt him with that. Gordon seems a little stunned.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
Paddy
He could be
needs
winning
to
this
keep
fight.
that distance.
All it takes is one, though. All it takes is that one shot.
Mm-hmm.
Gordon's nose bleeding a little bit now. Oh, Gordon with a nice right hand to Paddy. Oh, these guys are firing. Gordon looking for the takedown.
At close range like that, I think Gordon has the advantage. And even at distance, like Patty had a couple of decent moments just there, but Gordon found a way to cut that distance and hit him before getting to that clinch. So I don't know. The Patty striking is good. Could be better.
Yeah, he really needs to maintain that distance. He's not using his range.
Look at those significant strike stats. Both rounds a good advantage for Gordon.
Yeah. Yeah, this second round has been Jared Gordon's round for sure.
Mm.
Oh, but here comes Patty landing a couple good punches on Gordon. Gordon is not moving, standing against the fence, eating a couple shots, but he's firing back now. Oh, my goodness. Oh, eye poke. Brief stop in the action with about 10 seconds left in this round. Gordon got poked in the eye.
I was going to say, who's fave? Because AJ's sending us a message on the chat, and is he saying Fred or is he saying Dave?
Yeah, now I'm asking him where he is because I'm not going to have him on if he's like at a party or something.
Yeah.
Not interested in a loud room with AJ. Patty and Gordon back in the fight now, but the round is over. Yeah, I think Gordon won that round.
Yeah.
It could be 2-0 Gordon. It could be 1-1. Well, we may get AJ here back for the main event, possibly. We'll see. Do we want him back, Fred? That was a long. It took you a long time to answer. Do we want him back? You didn't even answer, really.
I didn't even answer.
I know.
I went.
Yeah. That is not a ringing endorsement. So let's say no. AJ's not allowed back. We'll see. Here we go. Round 3, Patty the Batty and Jared Gordon. It's either 2-0 Gordon or 1-1, depending how you scored the first. And it is the third and final round. I think Patty needs a finish. Because he can't be confident that he's winning this fight, especially after that second round. Some people saying Pimblett won the second round. Some people scoring it 2-0 for Gordon. Some people thought Pimblett won the second round. Oh, Gordon with a big takedown now early here. I don't know. Scores are all over the place for this fight, Fred. I'm just seeing on the screen that somebody just scored a second round for Patty, and they have it 1-1 going into this. I don't know. You got to figure, though, whoever wins this round probably wins the fight no matter what. No matter what. Although if Patty wins this round, I don't think he wins the fight necessarily. But if Gordon wins, I think.
If anything, this has to be I don't know how to describe it. I'm going to say like a wake-up fight for Patty that you're good, man, but don't believe your hype too much and continue to improve, man, because if you want to be an elite fighter, I think you're supposed to do better than that against Jared Gordon.
Patty was saying he was going to finish him and, you know, make a highlight out of him and all this stuff. And so far, not going that way for him. He may be on his way to losing a decision. I think Patty needs a finish, and Gordon just needs to win this round. Because either way, I think Gordon's won at least one round, if not two. And Patty has maybe won one round. But I don't think he's won two. Gordon now just pushing Patty against the fence. Patty not really having much to do. Just defending the takedown. Gordon looking for that level change, looking for the legs, trying to take Patty down, but not able to. But at the same time, Patty not really able to get away from the fence, just getting pushed against the fence there. MJF interviewed at ringside, says Patty loses. Who's interviewing MJF at ringside? I mean, honestly, if Patty can't crack the top 20, and he's such a personality, but he's maybe not an elite UFC fighter, pro wrestling wouldn't be a bad move. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he can talk.
Maybe he could do the transition.
Yeah, I'm not saying his UFC career is over or anything, you know, but I'm just saying, if he can't beat Jared Gordon here, and if he does struggle, and if he is
on
more
the male
hyped than...
on the male side, other than Matt Riddle, who has done it?
From MMA to
yeah.
A man?
Yeah, and not Lesnar, because he was in WWE before. Mm-hmm. Like, which guy that was dedicated to MMA went to pro wrestling and made it work? Matt Riddle is the only guy that comes to my mind.
Tom Lawler. Filthy Tom Lawler. He's done pretty well in pro wrestling.
Okay.
He's wrestled for New Japan. He's wrestled for a bunch of promotions. So I'd go with him. He fought in the UFC for a while. And he had gimmicks all the time, right? Remember that guy? He was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
But other than Riddle, like, nobody's made the top
nice
level.
Takedown.
Oh, big takedown from Jared Gordon. He finally gets the takedown with less than a minute left. Tries to take his back, but he's going to slide off the back of Patty. Patty's going to get on top here of Gordon. But Gordon rolling. Oh, Patty holding onto his back as they get back to their feet. Patty's going to need to get a rear naked choke here in the next 30 seconds if he hopes to win this fight. But he doesn't quite have the back of Jared Gordon. Gordon fighting, standing on his feet. Patty looking to throw some punches while holding on to Gordon, but it's not going to be enough. Patty looking for a takedown. Jumping on the back of Gordon. And now Patty puts his hands in the air, thinking maybe he's won the fight. Patty thinks he's won the fight. I think Patty has lost all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
But, you know, we've been surprised by judges before, right? We've been surprised, Fred. I don't know. I think he lost that third round.
That first round was close. That second round, I think, was Gordon, and I think that third round was Gordon.
Well, I saw a person that flashed on the screen that thought that Patty won the second round. So
yeah,
if somehow you think Patty won the second round and maybe Patty won the first round, it's possible that Patty wins the fight. We'll see what the judges score. You know, there were some close rounds, but I think Gordon definitely won the third. I think Gordon won the second, and I think the first was the closest one. But you never know how people are scoring these fights. We're going to the judges for the first time tonight at UFC 282. Every single fight from the first fight on the prelims until now has had a finish. And unfortunately now we see the judges. And it was a close one. Patty seems like he thinks he won. And Gordon doesn't seem that excited. So maybe we're wrong, Fred? I don't know. Josh Barnett does pro wrestling. Yeah, that's true, John. All right, let's get to the decision here. Who won? Who won? I think Gordon wins. At least 29-28, if not 30-27, but we'll see. Patty's acting like he won. Gordon doesn't seem that happy, so maybe we're wrong, Fred. 29-28, unanimous decision for Paddy the Baddy. What?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, Paddy the Baddy wins a unanimous decision, 29-28, on all three judges' scorecards. Maybe they were watching a different fight. Apparently AJ's here. Where's AJ? Do we have AJ? AJ.
Yo, you see me?
I see you. Oh my God, AJ's on the show now, Fred. And look at him. He's wearing like a hat and a tie. Wait, hold on, AJ, hold on. Fred, we were discussing whether or not we'd allow AJ on the show. Should we allow him on the show, or should we get him off? He looks a little weird, right? What's with the hat and the outfit?
Have the mute button ready.
Oh, okay. He's talking right now. He thinks that we can hear him, but we can't hear him, which is great. He's still there. He can hear us, but we can't hear him, which is fantastic. I see him talking on a screen here that I have on the side, but no one can see AJ right now. Paddy the Baddy just won by unanimous decision, 29-28. I was surprised. I thought Paddy had lost, but Paddy has just won, and our buddy AJ, who chose to go to some sort of Christmas party before this instead of coming on the show, now he decides to show up. Finally, AJ. Can you hear me, AJ? What?
I hear you perfect.
Yeah. Finally, you show up. Paddy the Baddy just won. Did you see the fight at all?
I just saw the end of it, man. He looked good, man.
Okay.
Paddy looked good.
Paddy looked good. Well, Fred and I were quite surprised that he won.
I mean, I didn't see the first and second round, but I can tell you, man, just the third, he looked good. But you were getting me nervous. I was listening to you guys when I was driving in, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? What happened with the Ponzanibio fight?
Ponzanibio won by knockout.
Damn it.
Damn it. All right.
Because I went with Morono on that.
Every fight that you've picked in your parlay has been wrong except for Paddy the Baddy, AJ. So that's good for you. What?
What? So how's the card been tonight? Tell me, man. Fill me in, man. Can you see me?
I'm not filling you in, AJ. We've been doing the show. Go watch the replay. There's Michael Bisping, ringside, watching the fights. And we're getting ready for the main event. It's Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev in the main event UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. Douglas Hepburn says, I'm happy because it's more exciting when guys like Paddy are around, but I think Gordon won. Yeah, I'm not mad that Paddy won. I think Paddy is a fun fighter. He's entertaining. He's got people behind him. I thought he lost. I don't know. I was a little surprised by the judge's decision. But again, Fred, we're watching the fight. We're doing the show. And sometimes we see it a little differently than the judges. I thought that Gordon did enough to win the first and third round, but apparently not.
But Dave, how many times have we said it, man? The round went to this fighter, and all of a sudden the judges went the opposite way. I mean, you just don't know, man. Unless you submit someone, unless you KO someone, it's not a guaranteed win, man. But Paddy seemed confident at the end. He had his hands raised and everything.
Well, that's it.
I don't know what you guys
Gordon didn't seem confident. Gordon didn't seem confident that he won. It was a little weird. Anyhow.
Listen,
what is that thing that was behind Ankalaev? He had when he was in the dressing room, he had his own locker, but it looked like a locker that you could move with all his stuff.
I didn't see it.
What? The mobile locker. Here, let me clean my glasses here.
He's just cleaning his glasses.
Look at the Paddy fans, man.
I don't know, AJ. Maybe we shouldn't have you on the show. You're not prepared.
Paddy's over.
And ever since you came on the show, the viewership has been steadily declining.
Yeah, it happens.
You're killing the show. You're killing the ratings right now, AJ. So
Later,
Paddy
guys.
the Baddy has won by unanimous decision, 29-28. And if you're just joining us, just to recap, for people like AJ or for anybody else who hasn't seen all the fights so far, Paddy the Baddy just winning a very close unanimous decision over Jared Gordon. Santiago Ponzanibio with a come-from-behind victory over Alex Morono at TKO in the third round. Dricus du Plessis and Darren Till have a great fight, likely 1 round apiece going into the third, and Dricus with a rear naked choke in the third round to finish Darren Till. Ilya Topuria all over Bryce Mitchell, submits him in the second round with an arm triangle choke. Every other fight on the prelim ended by submission or knockout as well. Raul Rosas Jr. becomes the youngest ever fighter in the UFC to pick up a win, just 18 years old, beats Jay Perrin with a submission in the first round. Jairzinho Rosenstrike knocks out Chris Daukaus in just 23 seconds. Edmund Shabazian with a knockout win over Dalcha Lunjambula. Chris Curtis comes through as an upset underdog victory over Joaquin Buckley by knockout in the second round. Billy Quarantillo, a TKO win over the very tough Alex Hernandez in the second round. TJ Brown over Eric Silva by submission, arm triangle choke in the third. And Cameron Simon from South Africa over Stephen Kozlow by TKO in the third round of the opening fight here at UFC 282. So this last fight that we saw, Pimblett and Gordon, the co-main event, was the first fight all night that actually went to the judges' scorecards. Every fight has had a finish so far. It's been exciting, AJ. You miss one card in the UFC, and you miss one of the most exciting ones of the year. Good job.
Listen, I'm surprised that of all the fights, they all, like, I was looking at the replays. I was listening to you guys when I was at the party, and all I saw was KO, KO, KO. They were all finishing, and I was surprised that Paddy couldn't submit like Gordon. That's the biggest surprise, that went to decision. That was unexpected. I thought it was going to be either a knockout or most probably a submission. So, you know what? Either or, he still got the win. So he's still going to be relevant. And like, you know, like Doug says, man, you need guys like this to pump up the UFC, man.
Yeah, well, a lot of people here on the chat, AJ, a lot of people in the chat, like Doug Hepburn, like Leor, who's a member of the team over at join.ringsidereport.net, they think that Paddy the Baddy actually lost the fight tonight, just like Freddie and I scored it 2-1 at least.
Paddy's overrated.
Yeah, Fred not too impressed, and Leor not impressed either. Leor says, thought Paddy lost that 2-1. The hype train has ended. He would get smashed by top 10 lightweights. Hooker next should be a great fight. And, yeah, that was a fight that Fred and I were talking about, possibly with a win here tonight. Dan Hooker, who is ranked, I think, 11th in the UFC's ranking. Paddy not ranked in the top 15, but picking up a win tonight. I think people want to see him step up even further in competition, even though it was a controversial win. A lot of people thinking he didn't win. I think a fight with Dan Hooker would be interesting. So I'm behind that. I think that would be good. But a lot of people not thinking Paddy actually won tonight. People going with Magomed Ankalaev in the main event. Patrick C. Hamilton dropping a super chat. Lucky 777s from Patrick. Thank you, Patrick, out in Regina, Saskatchewan. He says, if I win with Ankalaev, it's a very small payout, probably less than this super chat. Well, we appreciate you hooking us up with the super chat, Patrick, and hopefully you do get that payout to pay it off. I think Ankalaev does come through. He is a pretty heavy favorite going into this fight, minus 345. Blachowicz plus 285, the underdog. We are all unanimous with Magomed Ankalaev. I think AJ even put him on his parlay. He did.
Oh, yeah.
I've got Magomed. You know, I've been talking about Magomed for years now on the show. Magomed has been the future champion in my eyes for a long time, and tonight is his crowning moment. I predict these things. I told you France was going to win the World Cup. I told you Magomed Ankalaev was going to be the UFC light heavyweight champion. France is 2 games away from winning the World Cup, and one of those games is against Morocco.
Man.
One of those
Morocco's
games is against
deadly, man.
Oh, you got to give it to Morocco. You got to give it to England too. What happened today? England.
Kane fucked up with that penalty shot, man. I can't believe he did a Baggio, and you know what? He's gonna get heckled for like the next 4 years, man. That was a terrible kick. I knew it was gonna happen. Anytime you see a kicker too close to the ball to kick, it's always a mistake. You need to step back 7 steps, man.
Intimidated
and you nail that ball.
by the great Hugo Lloris. intimidated by the French goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris. He looked into the eyes and he knew he couldn't beat him, so he kicked it over the net because he couldn't handle the pressure.
Man, it's too bad because England had a good team on the pitch and their team on the bench was just as good. It was ridiculous. But shit happens, man. But look at Portugal today. I don't understand how they did not start Ronaldo. It does not make sense. You could say all you want, but when you got a guy like Ronaldo, who's probably in his last World Cup, a guy who could make a difference on the pitch, you start him. He would have started, I'm telling you, Portugal would have probably pulled away a win. They fucked up, and you know what? Credit to Morocco. Morocco played strong against Spain. They did the same shellacking that they did to Portugal. And if France doesn't watch out,
right now.
If France doesn't watch out, man, Morocco could pull off a win there too. Morocco, man, I'm happy for them.
I'm happy
for Morocco, man. They have great players. Goaltender is phenomenal.
We're gonna have the same final as 4 years ago, Croatia, France.
Yep.
Same outcome too. Is playing great.
Man, don't kid yourself if you don't see Croatia, Morocco in the final. It's going to be one of those weird things. It's either Argentina, France, or Croatia, Morocco, man.
France, Croatia in the final, and France is going to win just like 4 years ago. Another World Cup for France.
Man, I'm telling you, man, don't discredit Morocco.
Fred,
if Morocco played the same way they did.
So, AJ, who do you have winning the World Cup now? We're down to 4 teams.
Right
Croatia versus Argentina and France versus Morocco. Who do you have winning the games? We predicted the games on Thursday. We got them all wrong. We thought Brazil was going to win. We thought the Netherlands were going to win. And we thought Portugal was going to win. They all lost. The only game that we predicted correctly was France winning.
No, I picked Argentina, but I don't go with Netherlands.
You picked Argentina, so you picked 2 games right. How do you think the rest of the tournament is going to play? Fred, I'm going to go with you first because you're actually going to give me an answer. AJ, you can think about it for a while Fred gives me a clear answer.
I just told you we're going to have the same final as 4 years ago.
But who do you think is going to win?
Croatia, France. Well, France has too many options, man. They're the best team. Too bad Brazil got eliminated. I was hoping for Brazil-France as a final.
So France. You got France winning the World Cup, just like I do. I have France-Croatia in the final and France winning the World Cup because that's who I picked at the beginning of the tournament. That's who I picked at the beginning of every tournament because allez bleu, allez bleu. AJ, you have what? Morocco winning the World Cup?
France. There's no doubt about it, man. But if I have to say who I'd like to see win, man, I like to see Morocco, man. I like to see like this underdog team. Actually, they have great players, man. All their players play for the Premier Leagues. They're all playing for top leagues. The goaltender is from Montreal, man. I got
Can you give me an answer?
Man, I'm going to tell you this. I would love to see Morocco win just to have like this underdog team.
Jan Blachowicz is walking out, and you're still not giving me an answer. You're like, I'd love to see this. I'd love to see that. These players play in this league. These guys do this. Jan Blachowicz is walking out. He's about to fight Magomed Ankalaev. By the time you give me an answer on who's going to win the World Cup, the fights will be over. Get to the goddamn point, AJ DeLazio.
Croatia is super strong, man. But if Argentina can beat Croatia, I think Argentina has the team to beat France.
Thank you. Jan Blachowicz versus Magomed Ankalaev. Jan is walking out. Legendary Polish power, the former UFC light heavyweight champion. He is coming back. He is looking to take the belt. Jan Blachowicz is 39 years old. Magomed Ankalaev, 30 years old. Out of Dagestan, Russia. Could he become the second Dagestan champion in the UFC?
Oh, yeah.
They've got Islam Makhachev already. Will Magomed Ankalaev add his name to the list of great fighters, great champions in the UFC out of Dagestan?
Dagestan, number one.
Dagestan,
so,
number
dude.
one. Let's go.
Listen, man. You can't underestimate Jan, man, that Polish power, man. Does he have his magic rope? That's what I want to know. Did he bring his magic rope?
I don't know. I don't see a rope.
If he didn't bring that magic rope,
he may have it
lost.
in his possession somewhere. He was looking great. He beat a bunch of fighters in a row. Luke Rockhold, Jacare, Corey Anderson, Dominic Reyes, Israel Adesanya. and then lost to Glover Teixeira, got smashed by Glover Teixeira, and then came back and beat Alexander Rakic in his last fight. And Rakic lost by TKO. His knee blew out, but before the knee blew out, they fought 2.5 rounds, almost 3 rounds, and Yan was looking really good in that last fight. So I could see Yan looking pretty good in this fight too.
He looks good, man. He looks in shape, man.
He's ready to go. This is not This is not an easy fight for Magomed Ankalaev, but I think he's up to the task. I'm hyped for this. It's Magomed, it's Yan, it's the main event.
Dave, like I said on Thursday, man, I said Magomed has an 86% takedown defense. So if Yan tries to take him down, it's probably going to be a bad night for him. But Magomed's takedown, if he gets on top, it's going to be a rough night for Yan. 9-year difference, a better striker in my opinion. And when it comes to the wrestling game, man, Magomed's a beast. So, and his defense is phenomenal. So we'll see what happens, man. Oh, what a nice jacket by Buffer. Look at that.
Yan's got some serious power. Magomed Ankalaev only loss in his career was a fight that he was on his way to winning, got tapped out by Paul Craig with a triangle choke with a second left in the final round. Other than that, he's been perfect in his professional career. Great striking, great wrestling. He's solid all around. I don't know if he's got the same power that Jan Blachowicz possesses, but I think technically
he has greater
he's a little bit better.
No, dude, I think he has greater power than Yan. That's one of the key things I was talking about on Thursday. But going back to the Craig fight, which sucks because with 1 second, all the other rounds was like a total domination by Magomed. So shit happens, It's a fight that probably will never happen again if they meet. I can assure you Magomed will take out Paul Craig. But he's got to get through Yan here. And if he does, man, we predicted that he would be champion before the end of – I was saying 2023 on Thursday. I don't know what the hell was going on. I must have been on some picograms.
No, we're still in 2022.
Exactly. But on Thursday, I kept saying 2023, 2023. It was stuck in my head, man. But
you're just old, AJ.
We said, yeah, man. I was listening to the show, and I'm like, what the fuck, AJ? What are you talking about 2023, man? Maybe John Jones is going to be the heavyweight champion in 2023. Who knows?
We'll see. But yes, Magomed Ankalaev, I've been predicting to be the light heavyweight champion for a long time now, and we did say at the beginning of this year that he would make it by the end of the year as the champion, and here he is fighting for the belt against Jan Blachowicz. It all kind of worked out. He's definitely a top prospect. He's fighting Yan. Yan is plus 285, the underdog. Magomed is coming in as a pretty solid favorite. Is this Yan's last stand? If Yan loses to Magomed, does he ever fight for a title again? At 39 years old, I don't know. This might be his last shot.
No, he might. Look.
Although Glover's older than him, and he's still going to fight for a belt, right?
Sure, or he'll just fight for the money, man. That's it.
We may see Glover versus Yan again in 2023 for the light heavyweight title. If Yan wins this fight, I think he fights Glover. And if Magomed wins this fight, I think he fights Glover. Either way, Yuri Prohaska, who was the light heavyweight champion, who vacated the belt because he's injured, he's not going to be back in 2023. So I think most likely we see the winner of this fight walk away as the champion and fighting Glover Teixeira at some point midway through next year.
Yan looked pretty relaxed on that face-off. I don't know. I liked his composure still.
They're both relaxed. That's how they fight. They're Eastern European, man. This is no big deal for them. This is how they do it.
Yeah, man. Polish power, man. He's a rock. But Magomed, like I was saying, looked like a much bigger fighter there. He's a taller fighter for sure. Well, here we go, guys.
I think youth, athleticism on Magomed's side. Speed. But you can't discount legendary Polish power. And here is Magomed Ankalaev, Jan Blachowicz circling each other in the first round in the center of the cage. Yan with a leg kick. Magomed with a little jab. So far, nobody landing anything significant, filling each other out in the opening minute of this potentially 5-round world title fight. And Yan's been in this position before. Yan's done this before. You know, he's fought for titles before. He knows how to pace himself over 5 rounds. This is Magomed's first title fight. Yeah, nice leg kicks, right, from Yan? Nice body kick there from Magomed. Ooh, and a right hand catches Jan Blachowicz as he walks in. Nice shot from Magomed.
Magomed keeps dropping that right. Like, you know, he keeps it in a relaxed stance, but it's almost like he wants to set up because he wants to take Yan to the ground, man.
Might not be a bad idea.
Oh, well, yeah,
Yan
like
comes
I said,
in,
you
and
know,
Magomed lands another right hand. He's catching him coming in.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's a possibility that Magomed takes him down, but I think it would be a lot of energy to get him down to the mat. I don't think Yan wants to be there, and it might just be easier to win keeping it standing.
Yeah, maybe in the first round, but as it goes into like the second, third, you're gonna start seeing a little bit more of that. I think here he's just gonna like throw his punches, feel like, you know, who he's going up against. Yan has a very upright stance, man.
You can see a little welt already on the lead leg, the lead right leg of Magomed Ankalaev from some kicks there from Jan Blachowicz. Oh.
Yeah, it's almost like he tried to circle under to get that single.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Yan has definitely landed a good shot there on Magomed in that last exchange because Magomed has got some swelling under his right eye. Yan landed a good jab there as they came together. Magomed dipped, looked for a takedown, and Yan landed a good punch. You could see some swelling there under Magomed's eye. Polish power. Legendary Polish power.
The magic rope might be in the house, man.
Still a very close fight, right? This is a tough round to score. Almost a minute left to go here. And it's still anybody's round.
Listen, man, these guys are not going to go for any like attempts that are not like calculated. They're not going to go for heavy shots. They're going to feel each other out, man. They got 5 rounds. These guys are smart fighters. You know, things are going to open up in the third.
Yeah, I think as time goes by, things will definitely open up. This is a feeling out round. They have time to work.
Touch and go, man. Touch and go and see exactly, like, you know, what their game plan is.
Little body kick from Ankalaev. I feel like Jan Blachowicz is having better moments in this opening round, though. If I were to score it for one guy, I think I would be scoring it for Jan Blachowicz so far. His leg kicks, his punches. I think he's having slightly more success so far in the first 5 minutes. Coming to a close of the first round. How do you guys score it? Fred, what do you think?
Man, it's a tough round.
Yeah, probably Blachowicz. I don't think at any moment Ankalaev put Blachowicz in any kind of danger like in that round, so I'm going to go with Blachowicz.
AJ?
Yeah, I'd probably give like a really close round to Yan on that one. But it's hard, man. It depends on how the judges saw it because it was so close. I mean, there was no real moment where you're like, oh, one had the edge over the other because they were both like, the combinations were there. It was tap and go. The kicks were there. If it wasn't like the thigh kicks by Yan. It was the front feet kick by Magomed. It's hard to say, man. I would say I agree with you guys. Maybe Yan by a slight edge, but we could be totally wrong. But Magomed doesn't give a fuck here. He's gonna test this guy out in the first round and see what he's all about.
Well, it was an interesting first round. I think Blachowicz won it, but we still have a lot of rounds to go. What?
But the highlights are all going towards Magomed, man.
Yep, so maybe we're wrong. It's possible. We've been wrong before. We're wrong in the last fight on the judges. Round 2 here, Magomed and Yan.
In the second round, Magomed is going to start opening up more. You're going to see it.
I think so. I think as time goes by, the later the fight goes, the more it favors Magomed. I think he has more gas in the tank.
That's the thing with Magomed. He'll go the distance, man. He's a smart fighter. He's not going to commit.
We're seeing people score in the fight on the screen, Twitter scores, and it's split. Some people had it Blachowicz, some people had it Ankalaev. Very close first round.
It's a hard one to call, man.
Very close first round.
On the UFC highlights, man, it was all Magomed.
Doesn't mean anything.
No, it doesn't mean anything. But, if you look historically, but every time they show those highlights, it goes to that round to that fighter.
I don't think it does. Do some analysis on that. I think you're just
Listen,
saying things.
If
you look historically, that's not even true.
Yeah.
You're just making that up.
Yeah. No, man. I'm
Analyze
not, man,
that for real and then come back to me.
We
come back with some numbers.
We said that, man.
Yeah, come back with some numbers.
Highlights, man, win.
Send me a video package of that, and I'll believe you.
I will.
Okay. I look forward to it. Nice body kick there from Ankalaev. That straight teep kick is working. Oh, nice inside calf kick from Ankalaev. The kicks are working for him. The hands aren't landing as much. But Yan not landed too much either here. 2 minutes gone in the second round.
Down.
Yeah. Yan being pretty defensive here as Ankalaev goes after him, but neither man really extending themselves.
Nice combinations by Yan, but he's got to be careful, man. Once he steps into that pocket, man, it becomes dangerous.
Yeah, Yan landed a couple shots there as they clinched up for a second. Not too much action so far, though, in this round.
Oof.
Both guys tentative. Both guys pack a lot of power. That was a nice little left hand from Ankalaev. Nice left hook. Another straight left. Ankalaev starting to open up a little bit here. He seems to be landing some on Yan. Oh, nice kick there from Yan Blachowicz. That hurt Ankalaev. That was a solid kick. Oh, a nice body kick there. Ankalaev firing back, pushes Yan back a little bit with that push kick. Yan looking for a spinning back fist to hit air.
It was pretty bad, man. It looked like he had no energy behind it. Oh, what the hell, man?
Oh! Yan kicks Magomed and in his leg, and Magomed stumbles like he's on roller skates. Magomed's leg might be compromised here. Magomed went for a single leg takedown, tried to take Yan down immediately because I don't think standing up is where he wants to be. But Yan is defending the takedown, and Magomed pushing Yan up against the fence. Some scary moments here from Magomed Ankalaev. Those leg kicks are taking their toll. And Magomed's legs are not standing up to the pressure here of Yan Blachowicz.
Man, I saw the replay on it, and I can tell you, man, he got him just above the ankle. Wow,
and he's still hammering. Another heavy leg kick from Yan Blachowicz.
That's what Yan has to do to win, man. He has to take that leg away, man. He knows he's hurt. but he keeps throwing these weird punches and circling back. It's going to catch him, man. Yan has to be careful doing those things. Oh.
Wow, Yan lands a nice little combination.
And then he eats one.
Yeah, but still, Yan is having a lot of success. Those leg kicks are opening things up. Opening up the head. And there's Magomed looking for a takedown late in the round. Yan defending it very well. And Magomed just kind of pushing him up against the fence. Close second round here, guys. As they clinch up to end it.
That's another close one, man.
Another close one.
It's hard, man.
Oh, man, I don't know. I think Yan Blachowicz won that round.
Let me see the highlights, I'll tell you. But you know what?
Right.
You know, that leg kick on the inside, I mean, you can see when he's walking away to go into his corner, he's like sort of like, he's walking like really weird. They're putting ice on his calf. They know he's hurt. Look, there's no welts. I can't see any welts on his calf, but man.
There's some bruising.
He's a tough guy, dude, but we'll see. Like, you know, if Yan wants
you got to score it on damage here. You got to give that round to Yan Blachowicz.
Yeah.
Those leg kicks did a lot of damage.
Woof.
Yeah. Magomed in big trouble, taking some heavy kicks to his leg. And we'll see how he's walking here in the third round. This could be 1 round apiece. This could be 2-0 for either guy at this point. Very close rounds, though. Close rounds, but I think that second was Yan's.
Well, the highlights went to Yan on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm going to say.
Another leg kick from Yan Blachowicz to start off the round.
Who's in the crowd? Did I miss anybody special in the crowd tonight?
MJF AEW World Champion.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, Yan goes right back for that calf, inside calf.
Yeah.
He's getting him like right on the bone of the shin, more or less. Not even on the calf.
He knows.
But, it's working,
he knows
man.
He's got him hurt, and it's working. And Yan is continuing to fire on those legs.
Effective.
Both legs. It's both legs, too, right? It's not just one. Say it again, Fred.
No, but I can see...
Ankalaev's movement is affected. He doesn't seem to be able to get his stance that he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can see the redness on the inside of the legs, man. On both.
Both legs.
Yeah.
Oh, so, nice right hand from Ankalaev, though. He's still firing.
Yeah.
That was a big punch from Ankalaev.
Well, right now he's got to like start putting pressure because
he's got to headhunt a little bit.
He could be down 2 rounds.
Yeah, he's got to be a lot more aggressive.
He has to be aggressive. Now he's got to be aggressive. This is the 3rd round. He's got to really open up. And at this point here, if he needs to take him down, he needs to take him down. He's got to win like a solid 3rd.
I think he just needs to push the pace.
Well.
I think he just needs to put a pace on Yan that Yan can't follow. And I think Ankalaev has a cardio to do it and the durability. Yeah. And now he's starting to do it. He's starting to put that pressure on Yan Blachowicz. He's putting Blachowicz on his back foot, and it's working for him. He's landing shots. Yan is firing back, but Ankalaev is walking right through them.
Yep, this is the style of fight he needs to do, man, to win it.
Oh, nice little 1-2 combo from Ankalaev. Ankalaev is starting to feel it now. He's getting right into the fire. And that's where he needs to be, because I think he's going to win this firefight. It's crazy. Ankalaev doesn't seem to be moving badly on those legs. Like, you know he's hurt. He fell. He's been bruised. He just took another kick. Another kick. Oh, there you go. That one hurt him. But he's moving all right. Like, he's kind of like, ow, ow, that hurt. But he's still walking around fine. He's not limping. And he's stalking Yan Blachowicz.
And that's it, man. To avoid those leg kicks, he's got to get inside, man, as close as he can. And like I said, man, he's got to keep it tight.
There's a takedown attempt for Magomed. Yan defends the takedown. Magomed continues to push Yan up against the fence.
This is perfect for Magomed. This is the perfect position you want to be in.
I think he's leading the round, and now he's controlling where the fight is taking place here, pushing Yan up against the fence, landing little knees to the body and to the leg.
Yeah, he's going to do his best not to separate from here.
Yeah.
You know, you throw those knees, you throw those elbows if you can. Boom. Like I said, he just threw an elbow.
A little elbow there from Magomed, going right back into a takedown attempt, right back into the clinch, up against the fence.
See, got to get back in there, man. You got to get tight. You got to get tight.
Yan circles away, but Yan seems a little slower. Yan seems a little slower here. It's a lot of fight and a lot of pressure being put on him from Magomed Ankalaev. Yan is firing, but Ankalaev is ready to take the shots.
He wants to finish him now, man. This is what he's going for.
Yeah, Yan Blachowicz really going after, or Magomed really going after Yan here. Oh, as they clinch up against the fence, there's a...
Let's see this. Did it really hit?
A low blow, so we're going to have a quick timeout here.
It looks high, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Magomed, as he was pushing Yan up against the fence, threw a knee, tried to throw the knee to the body or the leg, but hit him right in the cup.
Yeah,
Grazed
he got him
the
in the
cup.
flattened snowballs. Flattened snowballs in the house. But Magomed is bleeding, and he limped away from that. I don't know if you noticed that, but...
And we're back here into the fight. Magomed pushing Yan up against the fence again.
He's in pain, dude. He doesn't want to give this guy distance to get that kick in.
No. This has been a good round, though, for Magomed Ankalaev.
Yep. If he could
This has
take
been
him
a
down, it'd be
comeback
nice.
round. Oh, big takedown there at the end of the round.
There you go, man. That's
It
what he
throws
needed.
a few punches, too, in the guard of Yan Blachowicz. I think that'll be enough to secure him the round for sure. That is the first definite round for Magomed Ankalaev.
But it's too bad he didn't get to do this a little bit earlier in the round, because you might take him down, but it's a lot better for Magomed if he would have taken him down and pepper him to break him apart, man, because you're going into the fourth. You know, Yan knows what he has to do. He has to keep attacking that leg, man, especially his right inside calf. If he continues hammering at that calf,
Yan's
Magomed's going to have
pace
a hard
has slowed down.
Yeah.
I think Yan's pace has slowed down, so I don't know if he'll be able to put that pressure now.
But that's why Magomed, man, he has to keep like tight, Freddie. And if he does that, he's going to win the fourth and he's going to win the fifth.
Yeah, no matter how close the first two rounds were, if Magomed can win the next two, he probably wins the fight, because I think he won that third. So we'll see here.
Although
going into
the highlights were showing for Yan, and historically, according to AJ, you know.
Yeah,
man. Listen, look, I was looking at that too. I'm like, all the highlights are going to Yan. That's not good.
Round 4. Magomed and Blachowicz. Scores are all over the place. Hard to tell who's winning. I think both guys want to finish. Both guys need a finish. They want to be comfortable winning here.
I want to finish.
Yeah.
I want to go to bed.
I agree. I want to see somebody go to sleep. And
I
one of
can
those
do
people
that for
could be
you.
me. Huh?
I said I
man.
can do that for you if you want to
No, not you. Not you. No, you stay awake. And again, Magomed Ankalaev clinches up Yan Blachowicz, pushes him up against the fence. Continues to control Yan up against the fence. If he can get that takedown, though, the takedown would be huge. If he can get an early takedown and manage to ground Yan for a majority of the round and land some strikes, he could really soften up Yan Blachowicz and maybe get the finish.
But he's putting on a lot of pressure, man. He's not giving any space for Yan to move. And if he does, he continues with like sort of like elbows or punches and right back into that clinch.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Yan can't get away.
no, it's taxing that, man. You know, Yan is going to be tired. But Magomed needs to take him down, like you said, now, and really control that top game, and really hurt Yan.
He's controlling him, but he's not doing a ton of damage. It's a lot of dirty boxing up against the fence, some knees to the body. There's not much going on there. And there Yan is able to circle away. And Magomed again. Oh, and there he gets a takedown. Huge takedown for Magomed Ankalaev. He's been looking for it. And now with just over 3 minutes to go in the fourth round, Magomed Ankalaev can work from inside the guard of Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah, the thing is that he needs to keep him down. He can't get him to stand up. You know, it's going to be a boring 3 minutes, but, man, Magomed has to throw everything, elbows, punches, everything you can, man, to hurt Yan. And maybe Yan will make a mistake, and if Magomed takes his back, it's all over.
But Yan kind of conceding this position by keeping his guard closed. He's not doing anything to be on offense or to even get Magomed off of him. Yan just
the guard is not
keeping the guard
it's not even
closed.
That great.
Well, that's
it's
what I'm saying.
He's guard, man.
He's just keeping it closed and taking little small punches from Magomed, just trying to play defense in the guard. Magomed looking to pass the guard.
Let's remember
he's gonna
what
take his back,
Glover did to Yan.
There you go.
I predicted a submission because of that.
Magomed Ankalaev now on the back of Jan Blachowicz. And I did like the prop, as we were telling you, Magomed Ankalaev plus 1,000 by submission. That was a good one. So if he pulls that off, that'll be real nice. Magomed is on the back of Jan Blachowicz and throwing punches. I'd love for him to wrap up that rear naked choke and win us some money. Put a couple bucks on that plus 1,000.
Man, he's just got to keep him. He's got to keep him there, man. It's a kind of an awkward position off the octagon here, but Magomed just needs to pull him out a little bit, man.
Magomed's got one hook. Yan tried to get back to his feet. Magomed continues to pin him down, control him down on the fence. Not quite a full guard. Yeah, it's back to full guard. Back inside the guard of Jan Blachowicz, but putting on a ton of pressure. On top, landed punches. Magomed Ankalaev controlling this round in a major way. Jan Blachowicz has no answer.
He's got to do more damage, man.
Yeah, he's not doing a ton of damage, but he's winning the round.
Sure.
He's not that close to a finish, though.
He was at one point when he almost had his back there. He could have had it, but, you know, Yan defended well, but he's not in any better position at this point. See that elbow? He needs to throw elbows right here. You're right on top. Throw that elbow. Boom. Like I said, man, here we go.
There's an elbow there from Magomed Ankalaev. Now kind of in the half guard. He's in the half guard of Jan Blachowicz. Controlling, landing good punches, a couple elbows. Pinning him up against the fence. Magomed Ankalaev has been dominant in the fourth round here. Oh, and now more big punches from Magomed on top as he pulls away from the half guard and stands up. A few seconds left to go. Magomed was right in front of his corner the whole time, getting instructions.
That was good.
And that was a solid round from Magomed Ankalaev. And it's either 2 rounds apiece or 3-1 or 4-0 for Magomed. Probably, I think, 2 rounds apiece. Maybe 3-1 for Magomed. Hard to score. Hard to score this fight, but I think the third and fourth round were Magomed's.
I think Ankalaev should be at least tied, if not leading, like you say.
But I like the way he finished, man. He had to throw some heavy elbows. He had to, make some damage, and he did. He got Yan. Yan looks like he's having a hard time in his corner. He's breathing heavy, man. They got ice all over him. He's hunched over, man. It's going to be a tough fifth for him, man. He's going to need everything it takes not to be submitted or knocked out. But he's got a lot of will, Yan. But I'm telling you, Magomed has to come out like a savage.
I think it's anybody's fight at this point still. It depends how the judges are scoring it, but I think it definitely could be 2-2. And we're going to go to the fifth and final round here for the UFC light heavyweight title. A lot of people scoring it 2-2 going into the last round.
This is it, man.
Here we go. Magomed
Kinda like
Ankalaev,
darts.
Jan Blachowicz, final round for the light heavyweight title. There's Magomed shooting for the takedown, and he's got Jan on the run. Magomed gets Jan down.
Wow. Very
He's got
early,
him
man.
down, and he's trying to control. Jan is trying to get out of that position, grab a leg, but
He's trying to pretzel
Magomed
him,
has
man.
that top position early.
Oh,
Jan tried to push him
He's
away.
gassed,
Magomed
man.
disengages for a second, comes right back, and lands in the guard of Jan Blachowicz. And once again, Magomed Ankalaev controlling on top. What happened there? Total disaster for Jan Blachowicz in the opening seconds of that round.
looks
Magomed
tired,
shot in
dude.
for a takedown, and Jan sprawled, but he kind of slipped on the sprawl and was off balance, and Magomed just kind of pounced on him and was able to land on top. That was a huge
he
moment.
looks tired.
Yeah.
He looks tired, man.
I think it was a tired takedown sprawl from Jan. Like, Magomed went for a quick takedown. Jan had to react quickly, but in the quick reaction, he kind of lost his balance. And now he's on the bottom with
Listen, and
Magomed
even though-
Ankalaev inside his guard. Magomed looking to
Listen,
pass
he's-
here.
Yeah, he needs to pass, and if he could take his back here, it's going to be a tough spot for Jan because Jan is too tired, man. I don't know how he's going to defend it. But if Magomed can take the back, he's in a good position to take the back or set up to take the back.
Jan is defending very well, though. Keeping control of
He
that
is,
far
man.
wrist. But Magomed controlling Jan, keeping his back on the mat, staying on top. And even if he's not advancing towards the finish, he's continuing to control this round and win this fight.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. You have the back here. You can take it.
Yeah, Jan is not giving up the back that easily.
No, he's
Magomed
not.
in the half guard of Jan Blachowicz.
But he has such a good control on that half guard, man. It's
I think if he just starts opening up with some more punches here like he's doing,
yeah.
the positions will open up for him.
Jan
Jan
doesn't
will
like-
give up
he's trying to
position to
defend.
stop getting hit.
It's not a good position to be in, man. But let me tell
Magomed
you,
landing some big punches now on Jan. Jan trying to throw little elbows from his back, but I don't
That's
think
it,
it's
man.
going to do much. Very good control here from Magomed Ankalaev. Continuing to hammer with some big elbows now.
Jesus, man, those are some heavy punches being thrown in. Oh, the elbows. Here we
Oh,
go.
there's
This is
a
what you gotta do,
damage.
man.
Big
Throw the
elbows now from Magomed. Elbows and punches onto Jan Blachowicz. Magomed
Come
really
on.
starting to land on top in the
Oof.
half guard of Jan. On the ground now. Magomed just throwing a bunch of punches.
Jesus. Oh,
Just great control here
he's got.
from
Yeah,
Ankalaev.
he's got. Nice.
I don't think he's going to finish Jan, but I think he's going to beat him. I think the decision is coming.
Yeah.
Ankalaev continuing to control on top, and Jan Blachowicz just can't get him off of him. Lior says, weird that Ankalaev didn't wrestle in the beginning of the fight. Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
he just probably wanted to.
he wanted to strike with
Just
him and,
comfort.
and wait for his moments later on. I think that might have been the game plan, honestly.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Ankalaev. He goes the distance, man. He's not going to commit in the first round.
Ankalaev
right now,
continuing to land punches on top
He's a
of
wet
Jan
blanket,
Blachowicz,
man.
who
That's
can't
the
get
thing.
him off of him. I mean, once
man.
Ankalaev is on top of you, you're in big trouble.
You're in trouble.
Especially in the fifth round when you're exhausted. There's not much you can do.
Oh,
Well, I don't think Ankalaev's going to give us the submission that we wanted. That would have been a nice prop at
No.
plus 1,000, but he is going to come through and get the win over Jan Blachowicz. I think, although judges' scorecards are often weird, so hey, you never know until it's over, right? But we've got about 10 seconds left, and I think the last three rounds have been clearly Magomed Ankalaev's. No matter how you scored the first two, I think you got to score the last 3 for Magomed, but
Yeah.
we'll see. The fight is over. It all goes to the judges
looks
now.
Dead, man. Yan is just sitting down. Doesn't look like a guy who's won the fight.
No.
You know, Magomed has his hands raised. He looks good, and he played. He executed the game plan like perfectly. He wasn't going to commit in the first rounds. I knew that was his style, man. You know, just test the waters, see exactly like, you know, what kind of a style of fighting he's going to try to commit, and then do what he does best, man. Which he did. The 5th round is exactly that, man. The wet blanket, man. Yan is completely gassed. He's not moving. He's just sitting down, and he's done. He knows he lost the fight.
They're showing Glover Teixeira there in the first round. I think Glover wants to get in the cage and challenge the winner. Glover's ready to go.
Yeah, well, Glover, take it easy there, bud.
Well, why not? Why not? He's next. Glover's next. I think Magomed has just won this fight. 3 rounds to 2. 48-47 on my scorecard for Magomed Ankalaev. I think we're unanimous, too, here on the show. 3 rounds to 2 for Magomed, at least, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here. Will we have Magomed as the new light heavyweight champion? This was a good fight, yeah. Very good fight. I don't think it was fight of the night. You missed fight of the night,
No.
AJ. Fight of the night was, I think, probably Dreykus and Darren Till. Or Santiago and Morono.
Hey, listen,
Fred,
man, I was listening to you guys at the...
One of those two, man. Dana, give everybody somebody.
Yeah.
That's what I said earlier.
I agree. Great fights
Listen,
tonight.
guys, I was at the Christmas table. I was listening to you guys, and I'm hearing Darren Till and all that, and I'm like, I'm sure you guys were thinking about me, man, saying, you know what, Till is actually going to pull this off, and I thought he was going to pull it off. Like, the whole commentating that you guys were doing, man, was like Till was coming back, and unfortunately he lost, but if it would have went to the decision, I think he would have won.
No.
No, he wouldn't have. He was losing that 3rd round.
And
gotta watch
I
the
like
fight.
Oh, he
that.
was losing.
Yeah.
They did
I thought he was...
that Patty Pimblett loss also. See, we're not crazy, Dave.
Patty-
Nate Diaz is with us.
Nate Diaz thought Patty Pimblett lost. Yeah, a lot of people thought Patty Pimblett lost. I'm kind of confused, but the judges thought he won, so that's okay. Here's Magomed Ankalaev, Jan Blachowicz. Bruce Buffer's going to give us the decision, and we'll see who the new UFC light heavyweight champion is.
Look, man, significant strikes, man, 79 for Magomed.
48-47 Blachowicz.
For real? Oh,
49-46 Ankalaev.
that
It's
makes more
split.
sense.
48-47. That's
48-47.
crazy.
Oh, my God.
Draw?
No, 47-47. It's a split draw. It's a draw.
That's ridiculous.
47-47, 49-46, 48-47. There's no champion. It's a draw.
Well, that's ridiculous.
What? That's how you end the year, UFC. You have a vacant championship. Dana White was there in the cage with the belt, and then he walked out of the cage because he couldn't award it to anybody because we have a draw in the main event for the UFC vacant light heavyweight title. Well, that throws some...
That
messes things up, right? Glover Teixeira was all ready to face the winner, except there is no winner, so they probably have to fight again.
That is ridiculous, man.
Oh, my God. No.
That's bullshit.
No, Magomed won that fight.
Magomed won.
It's a shame, man. Listen, man, it goes down to the judges again.
So is Yuri still the champion technically? No, he vacated.
He vacated it. There's no champion. You should have seen
It's
Dana's
open,
face
man.
when he walked out with the belt. He's like, I
I
guess
saw.
nobody's going to, nobody wins this tonight. A split draw. One judge scored it for Yan, one judge scored it for Magomed, one judge scored it a draw, so it's a draw.
That's ridiculous.
Triple threat, Doug. Yes, triple threat when Glover comes back. Have them all fight each other at the same time. Get it over with. Oh, no.
Well, there goes our
What
2023
a
prediction,
terrible
man.
outcome. I thought Magomed won.
Listen, his corner was freaking out. They were like on top of Dana saying, "Man, he deserves the belt. What is this?" You know, even Joe Rogan was looking confused. He knows, man, that it should have went Magomed's way. But holy smokes, what a way to end it, man! Drama. Is there a fix on this fight, man? I don't know.
I don't know what the hell just happened. I can't believe
AJ.
that.
It's
A
not a
draw.
fix.
And a draw, it wasn't a fix, but a draw in the main
Well, with
event
the third
when
judge?
it's
Come on.
for a vacant title. You know, that's the craziest part. There's a belt. There's no chance. At least if it was a draw and you had one guy walk in as the champion, he could still walk out and we'd have a champion. But right now we're sitting here and there's still no light heavyweight champion because we just had a draw in the title fight.
Yeah.
The
that was
last
weird, man.
main event of a UFC pay-per-view of 2022 ends in a split draw.
Who was the third judge, man? Saldamato? Who was that I gave that?
I don't know. I don't care. I want to go to bed.
I think we're gonna see a rematch. I think you have to. Yeah, Patrick C.
Oh, yeah.
Hamilton says Bet99 credited me with a win. I don't know what the hell happens now.
Spend the money
did?
before they take it back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
Take-
Well, I
take
don't
it
know
and
if
run,
it's
bro.
credited as a win or as a push. Maybe you just get the money back. I don't know how it works, but yeah.
That's a strange one, man.
So Magomed thinks he won. I think Magomed won. Controversy at UFC 282. Fred, you're done. Thank you, Fred. We're going to do a post show with
Good
AJ.
night.
We'll talk to AJ. Thank you, Freddie.
No, man.
Thank you, Freddie.
Freddie,
There's
see you
Freddie
later, bud.
Garcia, our main man.
Freddie. The biggest
Freddie's,
miracle
it's
is
a
that
late night
Freddie
for
stayed
Freddie.
up.
He couldn't do it. Patrick C. Hamilton says $3 on a $10 bet. Okay, so he won. And then Doug Hepburn
Wow.
just dropping a super chat. He says, thanks again, guys. AJ, don't listen to Dave. You put butts in seats. Well, I don't know about that. We had more viewers when AJ wasn't on the show, just saying. I've been watching the numbers go up and down, and we did have more people on when AJ wasn't here. But I think AJ is definitely a draw. People love AJ, and that's why we bring him back.
Well, not
Even though
everybody,
he
dude.
didn't really show much dedication
John
to the
Jones.
channel tonight, but that's okay.
Not John Jones, Dave. I can assure you that. But listen, man, what it comes down to is that this shit, man, decision, this is the shit that happens in boxing. We saw that with, like, Canelo, Triple G, and all the rest of these guys, man. It's like, you know, when it happens in boxing, people are like, it's just a bad night. It's just like a fizzle to a great card. This is a fizzle that it wasn't close enough to be a draw. I mean, it was very clear that Magomed in that fifth was enough.
Magomed is mad. Magomed is
I don't
saying he
blame
doesn't
him.
know if he's going to fight for the UFC anymore because he doesn't know what's going to happen. He's really mad. He thinks he won. He's like, I don't know what I have to prove.
No, I agree with him, man. I mean, you pummeled the guy in the fifth, man.
Yeah, but the
Like,
UFC has
yeah,
nothing
no,
to do with the judges' scorecard. It's not their fault.
I know,
I think
man,
Dana
but
probably
listen,
thinks Magomed won.
I'm sure everybody did. So did
Right.
Yan. The way Yan was sitting down, like, he knew that he was done. Come on, man. It sucks. I mean, it's going to be nice to see this fight again, but
Magomed is leaving,
sucks.
and he's just enraged. He can't believe it. He's so mad, and he's just walking out of the cage mad. His whole team is mad. They thought they won. They should have won. Magomed's like in tears now. Yeah, I think he got screwed. I think Magomed definitely won. I don't know what else
Yeah.
he's supposed to do. I thought
And that's what I'm
Magomed
trying to say is-
Ankalaev won. He did not win. I thought Paddy Pimblett lost. He won. The judges were all over the place tonight.
man, he's hurting. You see the way he's walking. I mean, look, Yan really gave a number on his legs, man.
First
There's no
two
doubt
rounds,
about
though,
it.
round 3, 4, 5 were Magomed's. I don't really understand. I don't understand why Magomed Ankalaev didn't win that fight.
There's your buddy Aziz, man.
Yeah.
But
So it is a split draw. Jan Blachowicz, Magomed Ankalaev. We don't have a UFC light heavyweight champion currently. Paddy Pimblett
Yeah.
wins a decision over Jared Gordon unanimously, 29-28 on all three judges' scorecards, even though I thought Gordon won. A lot of people thought Gordon won, but Pimblett did win, and the judges felt that he did. Santiago Ponzanibio with the knockout. Dricus du Plessis with a submission over Darren Till, and Ilia Topuria with a submission over Bryce Mitchell. Crazy night of fights here at UFC 282.
It was Sal D'Amato, Dave.
It was Sal D'Amato who gave it a draw. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you go 48-47, 46-48. I mean, and then 47-47. It's like three judges saw the fight three different ways. It does not make sense.
Yeah, one judge saw it 4-1 for Magomed, which seems about right to me. One judge saw it 3-2 for Yan, which I guess the first 3 rounds. The third round was close. I guess the first 2 I thought were Yan's. The last 2 I thought were Magomed's, and the third round I thought was Magomed's, but you could have maybe scored it for Yan. I don't know. I thought Magomed won a lot of those rounds. I thought he won at least 3 rounds. I was very surprised that it went to a draw. And one judge scoring it, Sal D'Amato scoring it 47-47, a draw. I don't really understand that.
Yeah, a 10-8 round, man. Like, for 2 judges on the 5th, 10-9 from Mike Bell. I mean, Jesus, man.
Like, we can take a look at the official scorecard here. Here it is for you. So the official scorecard here we have. There we go. So Judge Mike Bell scoring the first, second, and third round for Jan Blachowicz. See that third round, and then round 4 and 5 for Magomed. So he scored it 48-47 for Jan. Judge Derek Cleary scored the first 2 rounds for Jan Blachowicz, and then round 3, 4, 5 for Magomed, including a 10-8 in the 5th. So that's why we had a 48-46. I thought it was 49-46. I misheard Bruce Buffer. 48-46, so 3 rounds for Magomed, including a 10-8 in the 5th. Sal D'Amato also scored the 5th a 10-8, and then the 4th a 10-9, and that's why he had a draw, because he scored the first 3 rounds for Jan Blachowicz. Round 1, 2, and 3 for Jan, and then round 4 for Magomed, and round 5 for Magomed, 10-8.
But listen to this. I'm looking at the significant strikes.
I mean, you shouldn't really be mad at Sal D'Amato. You should really be mad at Mike Bell, who scored.
Yeah, Mike Bell, man.
Who scored it 3 rounds to 2 for Yan. I mean, although, Sal D'Amato and Mike Bell both scored the first 3 rounds for Yan. It's that third round that's really in contention. Because if Mike Bell also scores the 5th round 10-8 like his other 2 judges did, he still has it 47-47. The fight still ends in a draw. It's just not a split draw.
Yeah.
Right? It's a majority draw. So, either way, but it's that third round. And 2 of the 3 judges scored the third round for Jan Blachowicz. And that really was the fight. Sal D'Amato and Mike Bell scored in the third round for Jan Blachowicz. The first 2 rounds were Jan's. The last 2 rounds were Magomed's. That third round, they were split. Derek Cleary had it for Magomed. Sal D'Amato and Mike Bell both had it 10-9, Jan Blachowicz. And that's why we had a split draw tonight.
But I was just looking at the significant strikes, man. When you're looking at the overall significant strikes, you had 58 for Jan, 79 for Magomed. The first, the third, the 4th, and 5th were all on Magomed's side. I mean, you had like 4 out of 5 rounds that went to significant strikes to Magomed. I'm confused, dude. Like the first round, if you look at like the stats there, it went to Magomed. The second went to Yan, but then the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I forgot which judge gave 4-1, but I think he was probably like the one that was more on the ball than the other 2. It's just weird. So significant strikes, Magomed. Yeah, man, I'd be pissed.
Well, judges score things all sorts of different ways, AJ. Judges score things all sorts of different ways. Look at the Paddy Pimblett fight that we also thought Paddy had lost. The judges scoring it all over the place. Doug Crosby scoring the first 2 rounds for Paddy and the 3rd round for Gordon. Chris Lee scored the first round for Paddy. No, sorry, the first round for Gordon, and then the next 2 for Paddy, and then Ron McCarthy scored the first 2 for Paddy and the third round for Gordon. So 3 judges watching the same fight didn't score it the same way at all. Right? Like, Crosby had the first 2 for... They all scored it for Paddy, but none of them had the same rounds for Paddy. Crosby had the first 2 for Paddy. Chris Lee had the last 2 for Paddy. And, I guess McCarthy had the first 2 for Paddy. But, there's always discrepancies, and, we had a discrepancy in the main event tonight. We had it in the co-main event. We had some weird judging, and that's why we wound up with a split draw in the main event. Jan Blachowicz and Magomed Ankalaev go to a draw. 48-47 Magomed, 48-47 Jan, 48-46 Magomed, and 47-47 the final score, and we still don't have a UFC light heavyweight champion. Still, the championship is vacant. I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. If you're new to the Ringside Report Network, please like and subscribe to the channel. Your subscriptions are very important. Also, comments under the video also help a great deal. I want to give a special shout-out to our members, Lior, Patrick C. Hamilton, Doug Hepburn, Jason Pete, Allez Blur, Jason. Correct. All the members here joining us live tonight, and a big special shout-out to Patrick C. Hamilton and to Doug Hepburn. Patrick out in Saskatchewan, Doug out in Kingston, Ontario. Shout-out to you guys for dropping the Super Chats. Patrick, you are the Super Chat leader of the night. Once again, my friend, I'm glad that bet paid off for you over at Bet99. And I'm glad you still live in a province that cares about freedom and their gamblers and their UFC fans that still allow you to gamble on UFC fights, unlike the province of Ontario that will not allow our good friend Doug to gamble on the UFC fights. So, Patrick, I'm happy you live in a good province there in Saskatchewan, and we're living in the province of Quebec over here in Montreal, and we can bet on UFC fights too. And sometimes we win, and sometimes we lose. Tonight we, 50-50. Okay, and that's it. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. This has been the UFC 282 Watch-Along. Big shout-out to Fred for being on with me, and AJ for showing up eventually. I'm Dave. I'll be back here on Thursday night with Freddie and AJ to talk some UFC and to preview the final UFC show of the year, UFC Vegas, coming up at the Apex. It'll be Jared Cannonier versus Sean Strickland next Saturday in the UFC. So every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we break everything down in the world of MMA, and we'll do that once again Thursday night at 8 for Ringside Report MMA, and then Friday nights, the Pro Wrestling Show. We are here on Ringside Report for pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. After every WWE and AEW pay-per-view, doing the post-show, and we do watch-alongs for each and every UFC pay-per-view, like this one, the UFC 282 Watch-Along on the Ringside Report Network.
Please join in and give your support to Ringside Report Network. We've been providing expert coverage and commentary on both pro wrestling and MMA for over 15 years. Go to ringsidereport.net/support to find out more ways to support the channel.